light from now. Show a sign for where we can go. In the gear with no guiding light. Do you know where is the goal? Don't just follow. We can try 'cause we live it now. We lost so many sorrows, but we can swallow. Nobody every time I ask the smallest thing, you get more. Just ignore. I don't want to hear how long will it be. There's no chance for me. Uncontrollable.
All things gone from left to right, and this world is changing fast. It's so hard to find the answer for itself. Can't we find the key to life? I don't want to be apart. Where there's magic we can fly. Now it's time to
Let's get started again. Do not spoil yourself. We'll get back to life for us today. Let's get started again. I don't spoil yourself. Where the magic was right. Now it's
The wind blows out in December. Last fight, do you remember? Counting the days since we left. You and I sleeping away.
days gone, where will you love me? No way, where you not trade me? Falling right into my glass, looking back to where we were.
There's no direction for us. Here will come the endless fight.
Show us light from now. Show us sign for where we can go. In the gear with no guiding light. Do you know where is the goal? Don't just follow. We can try 'cause we live it now. We lost so many sorrows, but we can swallow. Nobody every time I ask the smallest thing, you get more. Just ignore. I don't want to hear how long will it be. There's no chance for me. Uncontrollable.
All things gone from left
Good morning, chat. It has been a while, hasn't it? I apologize again for my lack of streams over these past couple of weeks. I talked about it a little bit last time, I think maybe last Sunday or so. Or, no, not last Sunday. I didn't do anything last Sunday, and I didn't even talk about doing anything last Sunday. But I've been running into a lot of issues recently with my schedule kind of bumping up against the schedules of other people. Another thing that I have been facing as well relates to the game that we were playing previously in this slot, which is, of course, Valkyria Chronicles. I might do this explanation at the end of stream as well, just because I know not everybody shows up for the start. But I want to just get this out of the way real quick before I show off what we're playing today. So I have pretty bad, like, performance anxiety. And one of the reasons why I tend to stick to playing games that I kind of, like, know is because if I play games that I don't know and I'm not always very good at, there's this kind of invisible barrier to me returning to them. There's a lot of games that I haven't finished specifically because I hit like a point where I just like failed a couple times and I'm like, you know what, I'll come back to this later. And then anytime I even think about going back to that, there's just like this barrier that makes me ignore it. And Valkyria Chronicles is one of those games where it's very easy for me to fuck up in, because it's not particularly easy, and it's because it's a strategy game. Outcomes aren't guaranteed every single time, so there's no way for me to super guarantee that I'm gonna be okay when something comes around. So because I was running into this just blockage in attempting to play Valkyria Chronicles, I have decided to just kind of shelve it for the time being. I'm also a person that is very fickle when it comes to what I'm fixating on at the moment, and if I'm not fixating on something at the moment, then it just kind of gets put in the background, and there's nothing I can do about that. And I just have to wait for it to kind of swing back around again to what it was before. And Valkyria Chronicles' time in that spotlight has kind of passed. It's a similar story with what happened with Sonic Chronicles and New Vegas and No Straight Roads, and all the other fucking things that I started like a single episode of and then didn't finish. And it's a shame too, because like I really do like that game and I would love to show it off to more people, but it's just not particularly conducive to me playing on stream. There's just something about it that I can't get over, and I apologize for that. But as kind of an apology for that, the game that we are playing today is a strategy game, but it is a strategy game that I know a little bit better. So I'm going to go ahead and boot that shit up right now. Swap on over. Reveal what it is. Hopefully, if it shows up. Yep, there we go. Okay. So, what we are playing is a little game. Oh god. Oh boy. Hang on. Is this just going to be what this is like all the time? Because this feels really bad. Oh, okay, come on, dog. This frame rate, by the way, that you're seeing on stream is also what I am seeing, so trust me when I say it does not look good on my end either. I maybe should have tried a little bit harder to ensure that this was going to work before I decided to do it. Oh boy. What the hell, dog? Whatever. So, what we're playing today is Marvel's Midnight Suns. If you're not familiar with this game, I don't blame you. This is a game that was not marketed particularly well, let's say. And in fact, many people probably don't even know what type of game it is to begin with. Hang on a sec. I'm gonna just real quick switch back to this screen and see if I can't futz with the settings in a way here that makes this more palatable, because I don't know what the fuck is happening. Give me a sec. That seems wrong. Do. I apologize about this, folks. Oh, okay, it's going back down. Okay, I'm gonna keep that open just in case it decides to fucking do that again. Okay. So, yeah, Marvel's Midnight Suns. This is a game that I played kind of on recommendation by a friend who really, really enjoyed it. And I played it, and I ended up also having a whole lot of fun with it. And I'm not going to explain any more about what this game is. You're just going to have to watch and find out. We're going to play on normal, I think. Yeah. And we'll play the tutorial mission, yeah. Here we go! Damn, that guy's huge.
You know how much I hate this hocus-pocus nonsense, Faustus. Now you want to tell me just what the hell is so important?
Sleeping Mother, sacred harbinger, awaken and reclaim what is yours. You who rise with the moon in darkness, who prepares the path for the midnight sun. Turn your merciless eyes upon us and arise!
Nice show, Doc. Next time, call Seymour. Better yet, I'll just shoot you and save us all the trouble.
That's probably fine. Dragon Age Inquisition.
I can feel it, Rox. Trouble in the air. More innocent blood joining you soon. Head back to your magic castle. You ain't welcome here.
Johnny Blaze, original Ghost Rider, doesn't like you either.
It's called a sanctum. And welcome or not, this is where fate has determined the Sorcerer Supreme needs to be.
Sorcerer Supreme, Doctor Strange, loquacious, happy to talk about it.
Tell fate. Answers no.
This is the secret guardian you dragged me 5,000 miles to meet?
Who's the mouth?
Mr. Stark is brash, but I assure you, he can be trusted.
Wait, you seriously don't know who I am?
The fabric of magic is shifting, Johnny. The prophecy of the Midnight Sun is upon us.
Your last crusade cost me plenty. This time I intend to look after my own.
Hey pal, I don't think you understand. Things are changing. 2 + 2 no longer equals 4. Up is sometimes down, and Strange here is actually starting to make sense.
Do I look like someone who gives a damn about any of that?
No, you look like you should be bouncing for the double deuce. Listen, all I know is hell's coming, and my pal here says you can help.
That's where you're wrong. Hell's not coming. It's already here. You're welcome, Robo-Man.
Iron Man?
Robo-Man, billionaire, inventor, supposedly famous.
It's okay. It's fine. I know what he meant.
All right, now
All the way out here, and the old man runs off with that precious page of yours. At least left us some VIP passes for the carnival.
So-
A few monsters on the way out.
Johnny Blaze has sacrificed a
you guys need to shut up. I need to, you know, whatever. You guys can read that. They're quiet enough that I can fucking talk over them. So this is an XCOM game. This is an XCOM card battler game.
All right.
Did you guys did you expect that?
In my nanopolymer weave.
I don't think many people did. So, if XCOM is another game that I considered playing on stream, but the Valkyria Chronicles, excuse me, thing has made me not think about that very much. But you never know. So, here's how this game works. There are 3 main types of cards which represent hero abilities: attacks, skills, and heroics. Playing a card costs 1 card play. Each turn you receive 3 card plays, and you click a thing to use it. Attacks damage enemies and grant heroism. Attack cards damage enemies. All attacks grant 1 heroism when used. Some attacks have added effects like knockback or stun. So we have Blast. So I select a single target. There it is. There's Blast. And there's Air Superiority. So we pick a card. And we pick a guy. So we'll do this.
That'll work. Nothing personal. Okay, maybe a little personal.
So, another thing about this game is that there are parts of it that are wildly, better looking than other parts. This part here is one of the parts that is wildly better looking than anything else. Oh, look at that shit. It's gorgeous.
That's the spirit.
Am I really gonna have to bring out the big guns for this?
Heroism and heroic cards. Heroic cards are powerful and decisive. Playing heroic cards requires heroism. Gain heroism by playing attack and skill cards. So we have Air Superiority. Deals 5 damage to every enemy, costs 2 heroism. So let's do it. Yeah, those guys are KO'd. Don't worry about it.
Need the security guards at my parking garage.
And then we just end our turn. You have new guys coming in. Now.
Things are moving right along. Defeating the forces of evil and all that.
Minions and elites. There are 2 types of minions. Minions and elites. Minions have no health. Any damage defeats them instantly. They are frail, but still dangerous. Elites have higher health totals that require more damage to defeat. Use attack and heroic cards wisely. High damage cards may be wasted on
That
minions.
suit may be a marvel of technology, but it's no match for the mystic arts. Allow me to demonstrate.
So we have the Winds of Watum.
Then you take the extra creepy one.
glad.
Some cards have a knockback effect. After selecting a target, aim the knockback direction to view potential impact points, and then confirm, knock him around. So we have the Soulless Brute here, he has 10 health. You also might notice the Winds of Watoomb does not have damage on it, which means if we knock them back and if they don't hit anything, it will not deal damage to them. So what we do instead is we knock it back into this guy.
Let me show you the way.
Bam! Dead.
I know that wasn't your signature move.
Then we're going to blast this guy to take him out.
Interesting tactic.
And use the Axe of Anger Hummus to kill this other big guy. Because once again, it's a 15 attack card, which means it's useless to use on a minion.
Lilith doesn't care about you. Hope you realize that in time.
We end our turn, and he hits Iron Man. That's fine. More goobers.
Everything solid so far?
At the start of each turn, hero icons will appear above each enemy, showing who that enemy intends to attack. Use this information to determine which enemies to defeat first, or which heroes to defend. In this case, Doctor Strange is in danger. See what you can do to assist him.
Attention, perhaps a blessing is in order. Something protective.
Well, I could give you a hand, or a shield in this case.
Skill
In the
cards
spirit of cooperation,
control the battle and gain heroism. They provide supplemental effects like healing, damage boosts, drawing cards. They generally do not deal damage. And they're a great way to build heroism for powerful attacks, and they provide more heroism than attack cards, generally. So we'll give Mr. Strange here 20 block with my nanobots, or whatever the fuck.
I won't forget this.
So, let's see. I think it's in our best interests to deal with the non-minion guys. Bonk.
I'm skeptical of your chances, but stranger things have happened.
He said Stranger Things. Remember Stranger Things? Good times.
You've been
see.
deceived by Lilith, and it may very well cost you your life.
And luckily, we were basically not going to take any damage here because of the block.
Won't wear me down that easily, fiend.
More dudes. Lots more dudes. All right.
Feeling good about the situation, all things considered.
I think
So-
you pissed them off. Got a spell for that, maybe?
Interesting. Spell to change the very demeanor of our.
So,
enemies.
the
Something
next
along
thing we
the
get to deal
lines
with-
of the psionic manipulations of Eros of Titan.
If you can't make it happen in the next 10 seconds, I'm not interested.
We're gonna knock these guys back here. How's the volume, by the way, folks? I know it was probably a little louder in the cutscene itself.
Fair enough.
But might be a little different now.
I'm saving my energy till we need it.
Impressive.
All right. Then we're gonna air superiority to take out 3 of the brutes and all of the minions.
Piss me off.
Ooh, what a good one.
Not bad.
We also have environment attacks. Many objects on the battlefield can be used to your advantage with environment attacks. Environment attacks cost heroism, but do not use a card play. Free attacks are very useful. Use them wisely to score important knockouts. Environmental objects will glow and they can be used to attack a nearby enemy.
Arrows. Maybe we should just try throwing a big rock at him?
Like those. Another thing to note is, like if I select this rock and throw it at this guy, that green circle with Iron Man's head on it is going to show where Iron Man will end his end this action, essentially, which can be important for repositioning yourself. Fuck you, dickhead. And there we go. There's our first combat.
If I'm being honest, that encounter went better than I expected.
Tony, I've been noticing a recurring gamma spike.
You see, this is why you shouldn't eat spicy food, Bruce.
Localized in the West Village, converging on the Sanctum.
Wanda.
The collective works of the universe's greatest sorcerers, and he left them underneath the takeout menus.
Shifting mystical polarities are wreaking havoc on my portals.
You don't say. You okay, kid?
Scarlet Witch, Strange's new apprentice. It's complicated.
Yes. Are you?
Let's, put a pin in that.
Captain Marvel, Earth's mightiest hero. Really flirkin' powerful.
Carol,
Bruce and I have been trying to reach you. He'd have come himself, but he's...
you did the big green guy proud.
Oh.
I really should up my homeowner's insurance. Miss Maximoff, the wards of protection, if you please.
Stephen, I can fight. I've got control now.
Then show me by activating the wards. In the meantime, in honor of our missing companion, the rest of you may feel free to smash away.
Yay, we get to kill Nazis. Let's go.
Nice one, Carol. Always the direct approach.
You know I don't mess around. Besides, you picked up some crazy
alright.
gamma readings coming from, well...
Sorry, give me a sec. Just checking something.
Guessing that explains the Hydra goons and ominous green lights.
So,
Yes, but
let's
not while you fail to
see.
use the front door.
Hi, how about we discuss proper hero landing etiquette after we take down the bad guys?
So, one problem, unfortunately, is we're not really going to be able to make good use of this photon beam card. Because we can't really reposition Captain Marvel here. Because as you can see, this deals damage to everybody in a line. We'll just do this real quick. Nice and easy. I don't particularly care for the fact that it darkens the game whenever I Alt-Tab. It makes it very obvious when I'm not paying attention. And that annoys me. I almost don't want to use the rock on this guy. You know? So I'm just gonna blast him and call it a day.
Does Hydra even pay you enough to cover your medical bills?
Use redraw to replace undesirable cards in your hand. Highlight a card to redraw, and then press R. We'll do that. Get jab. So we'll jab this guy.
It's about time.
Bonk.
Wonder what the desertion rate is for Hydra lackeys.
Alright, let's end our turn. And oh, Strange actually still has the block we got him from before. That's neat.
Guess we're not done yet.
Lots of guys.
I like our chances.
Use move to reposition a hero and set up the perfect knockback angle, area of effect, or environmental attack. So, we have a guy selected. Use tab to switch between heroes. Yep, so we can choose which person we move. We have one move a turn, basically. So, let's see. What other cards do we have? We have Jab, Agamotto, wins. I don't think positioning really matters for this. Well, it might. We'll do this with Strange. As you can see, when you get the move, by the way, you also get a kind of a... And you move near an environmental thing, you can get a, like, indicator of the angle in which you can hit things, so... It doesn't actually look like we can get that last guy there, so we'll move, like, here, I think? Actually, before we do that, sorry, one sec. I want to double-check my controls real quick. No, I thought I did have that. That's okay. Thought there was a better way to we'll move like right here.
Even the Mother of Demons is forced to rely upon hired hands occasionally.
Another cool thing is you should also be able to, or generally what's supposed to happen is you're able to basically remove. Until you perform an action with your, you can move that same character you've selected to move over and over again. So normally what I would do here is I would reposition Strange to get him to get a slightly better angle on the kick, but unfortunately I did not do that very well, so.
Let's try.
Bonk. Alright.
But Davenport was at least a century old. What a waste.
Okay, I am going to turn the voices up just a little bit. It's a little quiet for me. Try that for now. Alright. So we have Agamotto's Gaze. Draw the last 2 attacks played. Start turn with 4 card plays. We have Winds of Watoomb. Can kill that guy. Might as well.
By the will of the old gods.
So that's how that works.
Then we are going to go ahead and jab this guy with Cap,
That was really
Tin Marvel,
something.
and then we're gonna Agamotto's.
The light shines on the most.
There we go. Let's redraw a jab real quick too, just to see if we get anything else good. New plan: double my current heroism. It's pretty good. Also, I decided to kill those guys specifically because they're both targeting Strange, and he still has block.
We haven't quite broken their spirit yet.
All right. What else we got? Okay, we got Photon
Shall
Beam. That's
we
good.
Get on with it?
Okay, let's see how big Photon Beam is.
They
It's
are
decent.
surprisingly relentless. In any event,
So here's what we're gonna
we must
do.
Provide Wanda the time she needs to activate the wards of protection.
I think right here should be good. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. Let's go ahead and nice triple krill there. Unfortunately, our winds does not really do too much here, so we're going to redraw that because we don't have anybody really close to anything particularly good. And then we have 3 card plays left, so that guy's going for Iron Man. You know, actually, I would honestly kind of prefer that this guy live, if only because he... actually, you know what? No, it doesn't really matter. So we'll just blast him.
Interesting tactic.
There we go, and uno mas.
Not a problem.
I know that wasn't your signature move. Move back.
Ew, stop that.
Nothing to worry about so far.
We're 3 of the world's strongest heroes, right? Doesn't it seem like this should be easier?
I've punched through Skrull star cruisers that went down faster. Something's up.
Yes, Hydra has
Thingy.
their game. I have a terrible suspicion as to how.
The wards. Something's blocking them.
Not something. Someone.
Gozer?
Lilith.
Gozer.
Mother of demons, harbinger of the midnight sun. Prophecy or not, you overstep. Challenging the Sorcerer Supreme.
Be silent. Be still.
What just happened?
Ow. fellow daughter of Transia. You remind me of my own beloved.
In virtute vishanti!
Why did she keep... She probably should have closed that
Well done,
portal
Miss
behind her.
Maximoff. Your unique energy surprised her.
Whoa! I'm fine. What? I'm fine.
The prophecy is in motion. Lilith is still out there growing stronger each second the midnight sun approaches.
Define stronger.
If we are to have any chance of stopping her, there is only one option left to us.
I won't go back there.
We all must eventually face our demons, Miss Maximoff. However, one of us should remain behind to maintain the wards of protection.
See you on the other side.
Okay, and now, loading. Yep, that's right. I'm so happy to be playing this game again, man. It's so much fun. Ah! Very funny.
Okay, you did that one on purpose.
The fabric of magic is unwinding. We are fortunate to be here at all.
And where is here, exactly?
Salem, Massachusetts. Well, a pocket dimension in Salem, Massachusetts.
Oh, suburbs. Nice.
Welcome to the Abbey. Home of the
Midnight Sun.
The Midnight Suns, last line of defense against Lilith, according to them.
The hell is this? Lilith's Junior Demon League?
Wait, it's that jerk from TV. Which one?
Now, if everyone would just take a moment.
Enough!
Caretaker, last of the blood, immortal, formed the Midnight Suns, has a shovel.
You're standing on my flowers.
Oh, been a long time, Sarah.
It's caretaker now.
If I could have avoided this moment, I would, but...
Oh, spare me the speech. I know Lilith's back. We're sisters after all.
Guess we're suddenly invisible now.
Shall we chat, Stephen?
No one can argue that the Hunter earned their rest in the first battle against Lilith. I only hope they are up for the task once more.
You wizards always make everything sound so lofty. I raised my sister's only child as a weapon against her.
And saved the world in the process.
Now you want me to dig them up and ask them to do it again.
I did not write the prophecy, Sarah. Besides, I am no common grave robber. We are simply reuniting their ethereal essence with their corporal form. Speaking of, it would help to have a mental image for the procedure. Spare no detail. Spiritual identity theft is no laughing matter.
You guys are never gonna fucking believe what we do next. Character creation! Raise your hand if you saw that one coming. Alright, so what are we... Who are we making? What character are we making? The other question is, do we want to be voiced by Matt Mercer or not? Because that's the question, isn't it? Do we want to be Matt Mercer or do we want to be not Matt Mercer? I don't actually know who voices the female Hunter. I probably should have looked that up. Should I make me? I could just make me. I might as well. Why not? Alright. Yeah, I'm pale as fuck. Default me from Nintendo Wii? Yeah, that's basically what I look like. Yeah, not a lot of options for eye colors, but yeah, dark brown. Let's see. This is kind of what my hair looks like right now when it's tied up, but this is what my hair looks like when it's not tied up. Let's see. Might as well do that.
Video games.
That's right, Kent. Video games. Make Commander Shepard? Probably, yeah. Let's see. Facial hair. This is kind of what I got going on right now. I don't particularly care for how I look with a beard, but you know, this is what we've got. So that's me. That's what I look like.
Child of light and darkness, you who tame the night, hear the voice of those who beseech thee and...
The collar! Wait! Wait!
Mother.
So, that's a good thing.
I love Tony squaring up like, I'm gonna shoot lasers at the big laser.
As far as resurrection spells are concerned, I've seen worse. Particularly on myself.
Tony, come on. It's perfectly safe.
That thing wakes up and takes a bite out of you. Don't blame me.
Visiting hours are over.
You can't stay here forever.
There's nowhere else I should be.
Just saw that Stark guy poking around behind the mirror table.
Find me as soon as they awaken. And Blade, be nice.
Always am.
All right. Now it's time for the other part of the game. The part that I think maybe could have used just a little bit more polish, but also is totally understandable that didn't get the same level of attention that the rest of the game did, or the main gameplay did. Damn, they really just left me here in the coffin, huh?
So cold. But the air burns with every breath. Has it been so long? I know this place. In my dreams, it was always empty. But now I sense I am not alone.
Hey, man.
Have to admit, Hunter, you make one hell of an entrance.
Don't do that, man. Bad way to make it. Well, you know what? It's cool, but...
Guess that makes two of us.
True.
You should have struck when you had the chance, vampire. You will not live to regret your error.
Q, and Caretaker told me to be nice. Relax, Slayer. I'm a friend. You just don't know it yet.
Yes. I saw you with Sarah before. But what would she want with a vampire? Unless...
The name's Blade, and I'm no ordinary vampire. I get you've been out of commission, but I thought you noticed since we're having this little showdown under the freaking sun.
A Dhampir. Daywalkers were a myth, even to me.
Says the half-human, half-demon monster hunter.
Dialogue trees. Didn't expect that, did you? Alright. You seem to know a lot about me.
You appear quite versed in my history, Dhampir.
Heard my fair share of stories from Caretaker. The legendary hunter. Child of Lilith. Last champion of the blood. Some call you angel, some demon. Probably a little of both. Led the Knights of Wundagore against the armies of darkness until you fell at...
Fell?
Shoot. This is why they don't normally have me do the meet and greets.
I can see why.
Right. As much as I'd love to see how much weirder this conversation can go, we should probably get moving.
Agreed.
Because you should have made a joke about making you into Crom. There's no romance in this game, unfortunately, so that wouldn't make any sense.
Here already.
I know he's Matt Mercer, but
Man,
if you make
others
Crom,
are
it has to be in a game with romance.
Others?
Yeah, you've got a little fan club, I think. But why spoil the surprise? Hope you're up for the challenge, Chosen One.
Alright. And gameplay. We're now walking around the Abbey. Isn't that crazy? Let's look at the map. Look at this fucking place. You get to run around this area. So, let's open our menu here real quick, shall we? So, Superlink. This doesn't do anything yet. Map, there's that. Inventory, look at all this shit. Abilities, resources, reagents, masterworks, collections, gifts, quest items, combat items. And then, heroes. So here we got. Here's me. I'm the hunter. My name, that's not actually my name. Here's our deck. We got these. We got customization. We'll go over what those do later. Anyway, so, profile. Name, Hunter. Affiliations, Midnight Sun. Balance. This is something we'll also talk about later. Excuse me. Despite the precepts of her ancient race, Lilith gave birth to the forbidden child known only as the Hunter. After consorting with an otherwise ordinary human, faced with an uncertain future, Caretaker began training the Hunter as a warrior from an earlier age. Now, as an unlikely descendant of the Blood, the Hunter is imbued with unique abilities not easily matched by the forces of darkness. We also have Blade. Here he is. He's so fucking cool. Name, Eric Brooks. Affiliations, Tactics, Midnight Sun, NYC Defender. Strengths are single target damage, chain abilities, and damage over time. After his mother was attacked by a vampire during childbirth, Eric Brooks, now known as Blade, was born a Dhampir, half man, half vampire, fearsome vigilante. Stories of the Daywalker haunt his enemies as Blade relentlessly pursues vampires wherever they may hide. While he prefers to work alone, Blade has been known to work with like-minded allies from time to time. And then there's all this shit about his fucking, like, how he plays. Every character has this. So yeah, there's a lot to this game. And, as you saw earlier, there's also a number of characters that you might not all be familiar with.
Did I miss something? Or did Nico just raise the dead?
I definitely helped, but no, that's the one thing I can't do.
You were never able to raise the dead.
Huh? But she just did.
Maybe the Hunter wasn't all dead.
Some part of them had to be alive, otherwise my spell wouldn't have done anything. Which makes sense, I guess.
Yep.
Sounds like a reach to me.
Huh, coming from a vampire who loves to sunbathe at the pool.
Half vampire.
Half-dead Hunter.
Either way, wouldn't count on that working again.
Yes, we know.
Just trying to help.
Oh yeah, we're waiting for all that dialogue.
By keeping an eye on things out here while the big wigs decide the fate of the world inside?
Someone has to babysit the kiddie table.
Babysitting or not, you realize they still have you out here with the kitties, right?
Oof. Ouch.
Okay, finally done. So, many of you are probably familiar with this character here, Magic, because of Marble Rivals. I knew who she was beforehand, not to brag. But I'm sure far fewer people know who this character is right here. This is Nico Minoru. She was originally with the group called the Runaways, who were famous for, guess what? Running away from their evil parents. Here's Robbie Reyes. He's Ghost Rider.
Man, I just wish I could have brought my brother Gabe along. He'd love this place.
Nobody knows exactly what it is you remember, so they'll probably want to hold your hand for a minute. Don't take it personally.
Yes?
Hi. Anyway, hello.
Hunter. Not sure if you remember me, but we met briefly before. I'm...
The witch who called me back from the grave.
Told you.
or Nico, but either works. And this is...
Robbie Reyes. Oh man, never thought I'd be standing next to you. Got quite a rep. I mean, caretakers told us stories.
That's Ileana.
Привет.
And I think you already
She's
met
Russian.
Blade.
Yep.
Of course. Caretaker has reformed the Midnight Suns.
Whoa. How did you...
Your power. I can feel it. I always do.
So, welcome home. I guess we...
I never left.
Right. Well, we can fast forward through the tour then. The Abbey is still, well, you know, the Abbey. Basic stuff. Dorms, war room, library, a few places to chill.
Video
and,
games!
Whatever the hell the Forge is. Have to say, for a haunted transient castle raised on the cursed grounds of Old Salem, it's pretty cozy.
Yeah!
Of course, that doesn't stop us from adding some improvements. We can all thank Robbie for the Wi-Fi. Oh, and one more thing. We've got some new house guests now. You think we're a fun bunch, just wait until you meet them. Speaking of, we're here.
Yay!
Yeah, okay. Spend 10 minutes in this place alone, Bruce, then see. Oh, gotta go. Show's about to begin.
Hello! So, yeah, I guess I'll talk more about these characters when we actually get to really interact with them more, but...
Caretaker's home for wayward sorcerers, scientists, and slayers. Sounds like something Doctor Strange would come up with.
Taking a big risk with your chosen one.
I too was recruited as a child into a calling of power and violence. So far, it has worked out well for me.
Love you, Ileana.
With all these big names in here, maybe we should sell tickets. Ooh, could finally upgrade the TV to 4K.
True.
A week ago, this place was like a tomb. A nice, quiet tomb full of things that knew how to mind their own business. And now it's a superhero frat house. And someone used all the hot water this morning.
Fucked up.
Did someone give you a cup of coffee at least? I know I'm useless in the morning without a little boost. We could probably have one of these witches or warlocks magic you over a barista.
Thanks, man.
Signs of muscle atrophy. You seem pretty healthy for a reanimated corpse. You sure you're not a time-traveling robot?
Pretty sure.
Did someone give you a cup
Oh
of
yeah,
coffee
it's
at least?
same.
I give it about 5 minutes before Tony starts in with his ye old joke material. Sorry, Hunter. Never should have taken him to medieval times. It's almost impossible to imagine the horror, the atrocities committed on these grounds all those years ago. Then again, we are less than 20 miles from Fenway Park.
I don't get that one.
I imagine Caretaker will have a hard time putting you at risk so soon after your awakening, but I doubt Lilith will leave her much of a choice. Unfortunately, time is of the essence. Otherwise, I'd gladly offer to walk you through some of the more pivotal events that have changed the world since you last saw it.
Like 9/11. Anyway.
Easy for you to say.
Nothing about any of this is easy, Blade.
Yeah? Tell that to Wanda.
So that was Lilith.
If I were you, I'd probably be looking for a hot shower after spending 300 years in a tomb.
Probably, yeah.
Things are likely to get pretty hectic around here, kiddo. Just like the old days. Take some time to adjust while you can.
Nah.
Prophecies be damned. It's good to see that face again. You look like it was yesterday.
And you look... older. How long was
Thanks,
I in
Tony.
that crypt, Sarah?
No more than a few centuries. You were... missed.
Centuries? And what of Lilith?
Fallen by your hand. Until now.
Yeah, so speaking of Lilith...
Tony, take the fucking mask off.
What? The kid's literally speaking of Lilith. Tony. That's my name.
There it is.
That's Carol and Dr. Spooky over there. Here to help.
Help with what, exactly?
Oh, I don't know. Throwing the magic amulet into the volcano? Smiting the Dragon Mother? You tell us, kid. You are the chosen one, after all.
Fuck you, Tony.
Do you recall anything of that last encounter, child?
There was a voice. The rest is hazy.
Oh, a voice. That's it? A voice? That's what we have to go on?
Fuck you, Tony.
Your long crypt sleep.
I feel the flames within!
Everything required to
Thank you for the
Marvel
subtitles.
Antarctica in the winter.
That's right.
I will simply alert Wanda to prepare the necessary rituals.
What? Straight to voicemail? Some sorcerer supreme.
Must be mystical interference caused by this little pocket dimension of yours.
Perhaps Agatha can help.
Allow me. Alato.
It's... man. I have so much to talk about with this game. It's pretty crazy.
What kind of network you running there?
The all-seeing eye of Ereshkigal who judges.
Oh, I know her.
Bound to enchanted Babylonian soul glass.
We just call it the mirror table.
Wanda! Dark force, pushing against the wards. Steven, where are you?
That's impossible. Nothing on Earth could possibly affect those wards.
Wanda's in trouble.
Wanda is trouble.
I'll go.
You'll need my help, of course.
Then let us make haste, Dr. Spooky. Our hunt begins now.
So, there's a number of things about this game that I think are very funny and interesting. One of them is it kind of throws you in with the assumption that's like, hey, you kind of know who Marvel heroes are for the most part. But it also kind of throws you in and makes you maybe think that, like, oh, you know, this Midnight Sun prophecy thing, it's a thing that's in the comics. It's not. It's all made up for this game.
Tony, read your briefings.
Relax, I'm just spinning up.
With
Okay.
everything going on right now, we simply cannot afford to lose contact with the Sanctum or Wanda.
More dangerous the foe, the funnier I get.
That's like me.
That's debatable.
All right, let's go in. So who do we got? We got me, Dr. Spooky, and Blade. Can we do anything fun with Dr. Spooky yet? No, we can't. We can look at his profile, though. We can also look at his full cards, because we've only seen the 3 so far. So we have Winds, we've seen that one. This one is Quick now. We'll explain what that is later. Agamotto's Gaze, that's the same. Blessings of the Vishanti. Give hero cards in your hand plus 5 damage until played or discarded. Very neat. And then we have the Axe. Stephen Strange, Mystic, NYC Defender. After badly injuring his hands in a car accident, renowned surgeon Dr. Stephen Strange was forced to seek out means of healing beyond any advances found in modern medicine, tracking down a powerful sorcerer known as the Ancient One in the mountains of Tibet. Strange spent years studying the mystic art, slowly healing as he began his path towards becoming the next Sorcerer Supreme for the realm of Earth. Ain't that nice? Okay, let's go. Okay.
Even given the fluctuations in the astral spectrum, I should be seeing something.
Hello.
Are you ready? The prophecy of the Midnight Sun does not linger, and neither should we. Lilith possesses the Darkhold. If she forced her way into my Sanctum Sanctorum once, I suspect she can do it again.
You are a Sorcerer Supreme. Can you not predict her movements?
Normally, yes. But since your mother breached the Sanctum, my sense of the future has grown volutinous in nature.
Volutinous? The hell?
Is that another language, or...?
Fuzzy. My predictions are fuzzy.
There you go. Use some shorter words, please.
For the first
That sentence
time,
had too many syllables. Apologize!
We'll see how the future unfolds, and with my apprentice in danger, we cannot tarry.
My name is not Terry. Don't worry, Doctor. We'll save your home. Can your apprentice withstand Lilith? What's so important about the Sanctum? Whatever. Yeah. Don't worry, man. We'll get your thing.
Your Sanctum will survive. We shall see to that.
Indeed.
Plus one friendship.
Has weathered its fair share of trouble over the years. Blaze storms, a few short-tempered celestials that issue with the zoning commission. This time, it feels different. I do not doubt Wanda's capability, but without my predictive acumen, I cannot bolster the wards should she need it. Still, the wards are woven into the sanctum's very essence. They should hold. In any case, all will be revealed with time. I suggest we make use of it while it still functions.
Yes.
We should hurry. As much as I'd love to hear a first-hand account of your exploits.
I'm gonna turn voices up again. Actually, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna turn this down and this down. There we go. Okay. Here I go.
About time.
Not just about time, Mr. Brooks. Time, space, reality, the building blocks of magic. All must be constant for my portals to work properly, yet as we now know, that is no longer the case.
We've heard.
Several times.
Otherwise, I would still be hunting dread maidens in my sleep.
Indeed. And while I certainly appreciate the view of this vista, I fail to see how it will hasten our return to the sanctum.
Magic is the answer.
No, as I've just stated, magic is the problem.
Your magic is. Not ours. The ground you are standing on exists within two worlds. A mystical anchor point to Ileana's realm that allows her to... Well, I'll just let her show you.
She's so fucking cool, dog.
Any more questions?
Dark Child trigger. Alright, let's get in there.
You are standing in limbo. Nexus of all realities, both real or otherwise. A chaotic but secret realm, beyond the influence of Lilith. Thus far.
Are you certain of that? Because I am sensing all kinds of...
dark energy. That feeling you're being watched. General hellhole vibe?
Yes.
All these potentialities converging at once? A truly surprising feat, Miss Rasputin. For someone so young, of course.
You think this is crazy? Wait until you see Manhattan.
From here, magic can open gateways to just about anywhere on our planet, and beyond. We don't want to risk punching through the wards protecting your sanctum, Doctor, so we've chosen a safe exit a few blocks over instead.
Couldn't be worse than the last time.
It was just a simple miscommunication.
Ocean Avenue. I said Ocean Avenue, Magic.
Alright. Portable!
Hey, I'm walking here.
He said it! Yay! Get out of here, PS2 face.
Well, at least we know the wards of protection are still in place.
I suggest we hurry.
Oh, good. Goons.
Arm Alpha in position.
Hydra officer, dedicated, not your average Hydra goon.
No one's getting through.
Welcome to New York.
Always gotta have the quip. Alright, defeat all enemies to complete the encounter.
I hesitate to call this good news, but I'm seeing minimal Hydra resistance between you and the Sanctum.
Looks can be deceiving, I'm afraid. There's no way these foot soldiers are behind the disruption of the wards of protection.
Okay, so let's take a look at what we've got around here. So first of all, new thing has been added to Winds of Watoomb. We've got a new keyword called Quick. On KO, refund a card play, max 1 per ability. So, for example, if we do this and knock this back, we will not lose a card play. It's the freaking bat! That's right. By killing so keeping minions around is good for if you want to chain, get lots of card plays.
The will of the old gods.
Nice. And just
You've
like that,
been deceived by
refunded
Lilith,
card
and it
play.
may very well cost you your life.
Let's see. So, we've also got Chain, which means select multiple targets or the same target multiple times. Heal, restores 30 health, very good. Stake, lifesteal, pretty self-explanatory, I think. So let's go ahead and make them bleed, shall we? Draw 1 blade card. Next to blade damage, to blade damage cards, apply 2 bleed.
Time's up for these jumps.
Okay, and now we've got Strike and Stake. So we got 2 card plays left. Let's see how we want to do this. I'm gonna say we're gonna do this, I think.
They're mine.
And now they are bleeding.
Give
Which is
the
nice.
mother my regards in hell.
We've also got a Stake here. Might as well do that.
Time to get
That guy is dead. Like, I mean, come on. That guy, like, he's fucking dead. There's no way, right? Unfortunately, we can't use this because we're out of heroism. Strange. Let's see. So we could use this table to, I think it actually will kill that guy. Next 2 turns, the unit takes 10 damage at the end of their turn. So he's got 20 health left. That guy's gonna die as soon as his turn ends, and this guy's gonna have 5 health left. So if we do this, that guy's fine. See, he's gonna get back up. All right, and then we're gonna end our turn. We're gonna take some attacks, but that's okay.
Now, that wasn't very nice.
I agree.
Follow my lead. We'll have to do better than that.
Ouch, we're vulnerable. And there's reinforcements in there. Dead. 10 and bonk. All right,
That
we've
gamma
got.
spike we detected in your area seems to be growing. Let's assume that's not a good thing.
Gamma or not, I feel the hand of my mother at work here.
After dealing after all damage-dealing abilities have a chance to become critical when drawn. Critical abilities deal increased damage. Chance for an ability to be critical is determined by a critical chance stat. Bonus damage dealt by heroes' critical ability is determined by a critical damage stat. So we have a quick slash. That's just a nice, simple deal with that.
Hail that.
Well said. Let's go ahead and do a quick chain here.
You asked for
Hey, yo, that guy was holding the
Interesting
fucking
tactic.
baton like a gun. That's crazy. That's not how that works. We also have Whip. Forceful knockback. Push the target in a direction, dealing damage if they pass through or impact another unit or object. Double distance and impact damage. So forceful knockback is, like it says, just like knockback, except it's just like a longer distance. Like, crazy longer. But we'll just use slash. There's no reason to not. Easy stuff.
You were too weak for this fight.
And we defeated all the enemies.
Misguided as they are, remember, Hydra is still human, Hunter. Not Lilin.
They are Nazis, though.
You were saying? The lifeblood of the Mother pumps through our veins. The Mother is eternal. Hydra is eternal.
Wanna bet?
He's probably fine. Oh!
Wanda!
Goop!
Wards! Weakening! Cannot let them fail!
Oh, God.
She is kind of Mother, I'm not gonna lie. Did I use that right?
Exactly.
Neighborhood Association is not going to like this.
Who could that Goop be?
I'll handle it.
Or not. We do not fear your magic, little wizard. We have answered the Mother's call. We are venom to all who oppose her. And you are lunch.
Venom. We are Venom, and you are lunch. Defeat Fallen Venom to complete the mission. Powerful enemies like Fallen Venom do not forecast which hero they intend to attack and may attack multiple times on their turn.
Well, that certainly escalated quickly. Do I even want to know what that beast is?
It calls itself Venom. Until now, a pale imitation of a very heroic young friend of mine.
We will feed your ugly tongue to the spider wizard. Marinate it in his stomach juices and eat it with his spleen.
Really weird, dude. Thank you. Alright, let's see here real quick. There's a conduit over here. So here's what we're gonna do. Wait, hang on, let me think about this. I'm gonna redraw this whip. And I'm gonna fucking redraw this too, because it's still not useful. Yeah, that'll do. Okay. We're gonna, sure, we'll Blessing of the Vishanti here, why not? And that increases the damage of all of our cards. So then, we're gonna do this to take out these minions.
Won't end well for you.
Bonk.
I saw a move like that once, centuries ago.
I don't believe you, Hunter. Okay, we got 2 card plays left. We also have new effects on the axe. Weak reduces offense by 50% for 2 turns. Enhanced with +4 heroism, deal +15 damage. So there's not really a good way to do this, I think, because if I remember correctly, here, you know what? We'll just display it for fun. So there's a lightning symbol when we do this knockback on Venom here. So let's do that.
We will heal faster than you.
Stunned. When a unit is stunned, they will not act on their turn. If a stun unit takes damage, they will be reawakened immediately. Okay, that is what I thought happened then. So in that case, I think probably we're just gonna chill and heal myself.
The light is on our side.
There we go.
Let us see if they have an answer for this.
Gives us 6 heroism, and we will pass turn. Of course, because Fallen Venom has 2 turns, the stun only takes away one of them. However, it is still very useful.
I have to hose down after this.
They're almost here. Hold position.
More dickheads incoming.
This house belongs to Mother now, as you belong to us. We shall start with your juicy entrails, then slowly savor your delicious brains. Are the rest of your mother's children so chatty?
Alright.
No.
Let's do some quick shit, shall we? How do I want to do this exactly? So, probably what we do is, let's do an axe on Venom here.
Prepare.
Bam! 35 damage, and he's weak.
On our side, Doctor.
Symbiote Skin. Melee attacks against Fallen Venom can trigger his Join Us passive and activate Symbiote Skin. When Symbiote Skin is active, Fallen Venom will bind the next hero that melee attacks him. After triggering Symbiote Skin, use range for area attacks to reset Fallen Venom. We could do that, but first what we're gonna do is this.
About time.
Remember, Strange said don't kill these guys.
Feeling strong today.
Alright, we're going to Agamotto's.
Let me show you the way.
Level up from Strange is good.
It's good in years.
That gives us Slash and Quick Strike. And we've got 1 card play left. So let's go ahead and just Quick Strike.
Who's next?
That was really something.
And then, yeah, you know what? We'll just do this again.
This should aid
Cool.
me in my fight.
And then, let's see. Doesn't it, I think Venom is just barely out of the range of this interactable here. So instead what we're going to do is we're just going to move Strange over here. Because it would be very nice if Venom moved away from that area so we could do some fun stuff.
Hold still, little one.
Oh no, he's been gooped!
Oh, I've been slimed.
Uh-oh.
No fair hitting back.
Alright. Heroes bound, unable to act. Use other hero abilities to damage the binding and free them. Bindings will be moved with any damage similar to minions. But we do get +1 card play, which is nice.
We may not be ready for this thing yet. Might be smarter to pull back until we know what we're up against here.
Yes. Surrender. Be eaten. Fill our belly with your tasty fear.
I shall
Okay.
fill your belly with my blade, demon.
We're gonna Quick Strike
Get ready.
the
Leave
bindings.
some for the rest of us.
That's good. That gets him out of the range of this AoE attack. Let's see. Does this... that barely gets us out of the range of that, I think. And we level up, yay!
It's all coming back to me.
Oh, actually, no, it does not look like it got us out. So, in that case... Oh, man, I really don't like that at all. We might have to change up my plan. Well, actually, I can play all 4 of these cards, so... Here's what we'll do.
I'm on it.
Kill that guy.
Not bad. Not great, but not bad.
Actually, now that I think about it... yeah, we'll do this. We'll give that a kick. Fuck you, dickhead. And of course, that also changes the area where he's going to be attacking, which is very cool. Then we're just gonna fucking do this, because we've got to move with Blade, so we can just get him back out of the area of attack. And, we'll just move right over here. Alright, and then we're done.
Soon we eat.
Oh, nice AoE attack, dickhead. Ow!
I will banish you to the void.
Alright, more dickheads.
Mother blesses us with power. Mother blesses us with strength. We protect the mother and are rewarded with your meat.
And to think Lilith was a vegetarian.
Here it comes.
Let's do some Blade shit.
Exactly what I needed.
That's not what I needed, though, actually. I would have preferred something slightly different. No, well, that would kill him, I suppose. Is there any chance... Let's try redrawing that real quick, just to see if we get anything. That actually changes things a little bit, I think.
Weak, even for Hydra.
We can do this.
Playtime.
I am impressed.
And then, symbiote skin, bitch, I dare you. Who cares? You're dead.
At least we're
There we go.
dealing with lackeys now.
And that's our first boss fight.
No escape from me, demon.
Hold up. We don't know what we're dealing with yet.
Ow.
Such easy
Hey, big guy!
Spider-Man, friendly, neighborly, spiderly?
I was in the neighborhood. You know, being friendly. Seemed like you folks could use a hand, Doc.
Spider-Man!
Jeez, Eddie, what happened to you? That's sort of a horrifyingly terrible new look. The tongue was gross enough, but whoa! Someone is extra touchy today.
We will rip your face off and suck the marrow from your bones!
It's nice to see you too, buddy. So, I'm thinking your friends here could use a little break. How about I take Eddie here for his afternoon walk? Don't worry, Doc. That's just his way of saying he cares!
Yeah! And now the other cool part about this game. It creates a custom comic book for every mission you do, and you can edit it and shit. It's so cool. Characters, Mob, Wedge, Descending. Yeah, Doctor Strange, Sanctum, Symbiotum. Cool stuff. Anyway. This game's cool. I love this game. More people should play this game.
Congratulations.
New world or not, some things remain unchanged.
The look.
What look?
Boldly charging headfirst into the jaws of your enemy. Courageously risking the lives of yourself and your teammates. Just to play the hero. This is the Fire Dragon all over again.
Fire Dragoon. My memories may be fragmented, but as I recall, I killed the bastard.
And all it cost was a village.
Ah, of course. I see it now. The look.
Cut him some slack. It wasn't that simple.
It never is. Which is why I sent you to help. If Spider-Man hadn't come along today, we could have lost far more than
the Sanctum?
Or Wanda.
She means I could have died. Again, putting an end to her eternal crusade against my mother.
You've been through a lot. For now, it's enough that you all made it back in one piece.
One Piece!
More or less. We'll talk more later. Get some rest.
Yay! Let's look at our map. Alright. Yeah, we don't have anything else really to do, so let's just keep going.
Not to be the nagging old lady, but I told you not to push too hard. Now that things have settled down, you should get some rest. It won't always be this quiet.
Hey guys.
That was a complete fiasco.
I don't know if that went well.
And it would have been far worse had Spider-Man not arrived when he did.
No kidding. Caretaker would have been pissed if Venom had actually eaten a hunter.
Yes, one disaster averted. But we still need to figure out how to get Wanda and the Sanctum back. Not the outcome I envisioned for our first mission together, but you know what they say. Any mystical battle you can teleport away from.
That's true.
Given my situation, for now I suppose this truly is my home away from home.
You know, if you guys want to go inside, you don't have to wait out. It's fucking raining, dog. You can go inside, it's fine.
You did okay out there, considering you were technically dead 72 hours ago.
Thanks, man.
You should probably head inside. Take it easy before we have to go out again.
Okay.
Hunter, you look scathed.
What does that mean?
Deja.
Hello.
Hey, for what it's worth, I think you did okay out there. You got some decent hang time, even given you were wearing, what, 70, 80 pounds of chainmail? On the Stark scale of reckless yet daring heroics, I give it a solid 6 out of 10. Don't worry, you'll get there. With a little help.
Get where? Thanks. Think you could have done better. Thanks.
Your support is appreciated.
Oh, no problem. Already got a few ideas cooking. You're not allergic to mimetic poly... You know what? Never mind. Why spoil the surprise? I couldn't help but overhear Auntie Caretaker over there telling you to get some rest. It sounds like a good idea to me. I suppose I could keep you company on the way, seeing as our rooms are in the same direction and all. Besides, no one should be forced to walk the hallways around here alone.
He's so scared. He fucking hates it here.
So, here we are. The old room, huh? It's not bad. Functional.
He's the science guy.
Construction.
Of course he's afraid of ghosts.
Almost
or
cozy.
whatever.
Love the antique furnishings from the early Mephisto collection. Full transparency, Hunter, there's another reason I asked to join you here, other than my abject terror of this entire facility. Stopped here before, while you were out. Wanted to surprise you with a nice little housewarming present. Was all set to write you a lovely welcome note, but I'm fairly certain that wasn't red ink in your quill.
Joe, Quill, what Quill? There's nothing to be scared of. Thank you for the gift. Thank you. Very
Thanks
nice.
for the gift, Tony.
I think you'll like it. It's a limited edition.
A limited edition what?
Oh, you'll see.
So,
well, I suppose I
you know what,
should
never
leave before whatever monstrosity that is most definitely hiding under your bed jumps out, rips my face off, and then proceeds to feast on my soul. I'll leave you to it.
May your sleep be filled with pleasant dreams, Tony.
Right back at you. Oh, and if you hear the shrieking of a grown man, please ignore it. It's just me walking to my room.
So, this is something that maybe not everybody is actually going to notice, because this is something for me specifically, but definitely one of the ways that you can tell that this did not necessarily maybe get enough polish as compared to the rest of the game is the pose that our character was standing in for that conversation. Exact same pose and animation that Strange was in when we talked to him right before the mission. That, like, hands on the hips pose. Yeah, there's not a whole lot of, like, wildly varied animations in this part of the game, I will admit.
Hi, I'm Tony Stark, but if you're hearing this message, you already know that. When I'm not saving the world, I solve the world's problems with technological means, like the one you're holding. I call it the Spark, a secure information and communication device built only for superheroes. It does all the usual, private messages, pictures, and calls for some reason. But it also comes with access to Superlink, a private social network exclusively for your cape-wearing, world-saving compatriots. You might ask, Tony, aren't you just repurposing a failed product from your communications division?
Yeah.
If you do, I'll revoke access and let everyone else know you're a jerk. I call it the Wonder Man rule.
I like that. That's pretty funny. Very funny that Tony would just be like, yeah, I invented Twitter for superheroes. This will be fine. Superlink is your connection to the rest of your team, a social network just for superheroes. Check Superlink regularly for updates from other heroes around the Abbey. First post! What do you mean? We've had Superlink for months now. We use it every day. I mean, first post that the Hunter sees. Robbie, you can't keep doing this with someone who joins Superlink. Yes, I can. He means he will throw your spark in the lagoon. He wouldn't do that. Right, Blade? Right, Blade? Fine, last time. Ileana. First we make Wanda leave, now we leave her to die. Some heroes. I assure you that is not the case. She was sent to you for protection. I see how that worked out, Supreme Sorcerer. We both know it is more complicated than that, Ms. Rasputin. I took Wanda as my apprentice for a reason. Have faith that she can handle herself. Strange did everything he could to get to Wanda. So did I. And the Hunter. Take a breath, Ileana. We'll get her back soon enough. Wanda should be here with us. Of that, I am in agreement. Yeah, Ileana's got a little bit of a thing for Wanda, I think, perhaps. Which, I mean, you know, fair. Pretty, she's pretty. They're both pretty. Inspect the journal page, closet, and painting. That's journal page. Hunter's Journal, April 3rd, 1703. Aunt Sarah wants me to practice my letters, and so here I am. But every time I dip this pen into ink, I just want more and more to go out beyond the yard into my secret spots. I left my dolls scattered about before the storm, and I'm afraid they're hurt. Do dolls hold grudges? Agatha says they don't, but I still feel sad for them.
My old journal. Maybe it is time I start writing in it again.
So we also gained something called Arcane Knowledge there. Arcane Knowledge is stuff that helps with the exploration of the Abbey, essentially. Look at this picture.
We were all so happy then.
Agatha and Sarah with Hound. 1710, painted by Sally Owens, oil on canvas. So there's Agatha. Or no, sorry. There's Sarah, that's Agatha, and there's a dog. Just a normal dog, as far as I can
We're
tell.
all so happy then.
And my closet.
There was never enough room for my armor in this thing.
Gloss earned from missions can be spent to unlock new cosmetic upgrade options for the Hunter and heroes, including outfits to wear around the Abbey. Select and purchase new Abbey outfit for the Hunter now. So, let's see. We got 50 gloss, so we can buy some various looking outfits. I got long sleeve, athletic, got a tank top, clean white, sweater, gray, black and white. I like this. This is something that I would wear, basically. Yeah. And now I can't go outside. Oh well. Let's go to sleep.
They're everywhere! We must go back! To where?
The book! Is she reading from the book? Then we advance.
No! Hold the line! I can stop her! Only I can stop her!
Child.
Hi, Ma. Doggy! Puppy!
Charlie!
Puppy!
I know. I missed you too.
Let her enjoy the moment. She's been visiting your door every morning for the past 300 years.
Oh, it must have
Puppy.
been so hard on her.
I love Charlie.
Not just her. I suppose that's why I might have been a little curt before.
A little?
You already made the ultimate sacrifice once. Maybe I'm in no rush to see you do it again.
We do not choose our destiny.
But we can choose to duck.
First lesson you ever taught me.
And still the most important. Especially now that you have all these eyes on you.
I have noticed.
To these people, you are a being of myth and legend. A grand hero of old. And they're right. You are a hero.
Sorry, I'm busy looking at Charlie. She's so cute.
But I also know the battle that
Put Charlie
rages
back on the
within your
screen.
soul. It's not enough that you are a hero. You need to decide what type of hero you will be. I'm sure there will be plenty of opportunity for that in the days to come. For now, I would head to the Forge. Our new guests are eager to show you something.
Charlie.
This was a lot easier when it was just you and I beheading the Dark Legion as we traipsed through the woods.
Don't forget about Agatha.
I never could.
What did she mean by this? Anyway.
Charlie was restless all night. I should have known something was wrong. We'll talk more later, but for now, Stark has requested your presence in the
puppy.
Forge. I think he has another present for you.
You have not set anything on fire today, have you?
Yay! You can pet Charlie once every day to get free 5 arcane knowledge and some other shit. This is insane that you can do this, by the way. Okay, there it is. Arcane level. So I don't remember what the max arcane level is. I want to say it's like 5. But as you can see, currently there's only 125 experience to get to the next level, and we just pet Charlie and we got 5. If you do this every single day, you get a lot of experience over time. It's pretty crazy. It turns out you can actually get really good at magic just by petting a dog every day. Isn't that crazy? Let's also take a look at Mr. Stonk. So he actually has a couple of different abilities than before. So we have Blast, and additionally, another thing about Iron Man. So every character does actually kind of have like unique things about them, which I think is really fun. Tony's main thing is that when you use a redraw on his cards, instead of actually redrawing them you augment them. So what he wants is he wants to have A, a lot of his cards in hand, and B, redraws in order to augment them. So knockback on blast, redraw to basically make the knockback better. Quick blast, quick, redraw to add knockback. Apply to marked and vulnerable. Marked is basically gives an enemy quick, essentially, is the best way I can describe it. And then vulnerable increases damage taken by attacks, yada yada. And then surgical strike, chain X, 1 for each Iron Man card in hand. So, and also cards can be upgraded. So let's take a look at this, for example. Gets a redraw effect to give marked to everybody. I think this one is just, yeah, you get an Iron Man card. This one is just increased damage. And then customization. So, Abby outfit, we can give him a tech tuxedo. We can get him naked, you know? And then combat outfits. So, here's the default outfit. That's pretty normal. There's also Midnight Sun. Complete Iron Man's Midnight Sun challenge at the Armory. That's something we're going to have to wait a very long time for. But every hero does also come with, if you have the DLC like I do, 2 extra costumes. Like this one, Bleeding Edge. Doesn't look too different from his normal one, but, you know, it's neat. It's glossier. And then it also comes with different colors, too, which is very nice. Iron Knight. This is a really good costume. I love this one. Do you want to learn how to do a fucking infinite? Anyway. Do we have customization? Yeah, we do. We have Abby outfit. We got lipstick, eyeliner. Here are my swim trunks. Combat outfit. Can't really do anything for that. Blade. Let's take a look at you. Customization. Abby outfit. Shadow Warrior. That's a nice look. Board shorts and trunks. Combat outfit. So we do also have a purple rarity thing, which I can't get because I need to link my 2K account or whatever the fuck. Blade 1602, pretty decent one, right? And then Daemon Hunter. This one also rules. Yes, you can also have it set so that they change their like Abby outfit daily, which is a neat thing. I like to turn that on just because it kind of makes it feel like a little bit more, you know, lived in, if that makes sense. Actually, let me look at something really quick. Yeah, I actually don't want that turned on. I just want them to change their Abby outfit daily. So we have this. Let me just remind myself. Yeah. Customization. 5th Avenue. Yeah, you know, that's fine. Change outfits daily. That's fine. Combat outfit. Defenders. This is I like this. I like this strange costume. I do love the cape, but I don't know. I just like this one. It's nice. Anyway, we don't all really have any other heroes to play with, so let's run around, shall we? Hi, Sarah.
Hello, Hunter.
Hi, Mom.
I'm not sure we've ever had so many eager
other
new
mom.
recruits come along in such a short time. We must be doing something right.
We also have arcane chests. These basically give out customization items. Ooh. And a tarot card. That's right, everybody, there are tarot cards to find as well. 22 of them, in fact. Fire Rod. Embers swirl in this cloudy crystal. Almost too hot to touch, its surface glows like liquid fire. Glyphs of smoke revolve and vanish around a core of obsidian glass. That's probably important for something later. We also have this.
Curious.
The order is probably important. Probably. Yeah, I gotta say, I really do just love running around in this. Various frames in the Abbey can be interacted with. Paintings can be removed from frames for a small gloss cost. Paintings in your inventory can be placed in empty frames for free. And as usual, like, as I probably didn't mention this, but inspecting things for the first time gives you arcane knowledge, usually. So, it's worth inspecting things whenever you see them.
Next thing I know, the sanctum is airborne and covered in slime.
Candle. Tapered candle.
I
don't get it. Strange couldn't just magic his way in?
Something about the whole alien thing threw off his mojo.
That explains so much. No wonder he gets so strange around me. See what I did there?
Wait, hang on.
I'm a vampire. I see everything.
Wait. Where the fuck is it? There it
This is
is.
gonna be a fun apocalypse.
There we go.
Let's talk later, Hunter. Tony will start pouting if you keep him waiting too long.
Hello, ladies.
Oh, check out Blade making nice with the big guns.
I thought Caretaker told him no more guns in the house.
Captain Marvel is an exception.
So, he's supposed to be playing nice, right?
Right, and now Stark is hard at work in the Forge coming up with something for the Hunter?
The Hunter needs it after that last beating.
Man, can't wait till it's my turn for an upgrade.
Oh, hi, young lady.
Prepare for a long wait.
For all of us. Or hasn't it sunk into that flaming skull of yours yet?
Hey, don't take it so personally. It's not like they forgot about us.
Hi. Hello.
We'll see.
What are you doing down there? You just hanging out? Okay. Some free gloss. Always nice. There's the sword and the stone. You know the one. Now here we are in the Ford.
Now?
Think you can tell your friend inside there to turn it up a few hundred Kelvin?
I could. However, it might shatter the containment spell preventing him from incinerating this facility.
I think we're good. And just in time.
The Forge has certainly changed.
Right. Caretaker said this all happened after your siesta. What spooky castle would be complete without its own Babylonian demon-powered furnace?
Sumerian fire demon. His name is Babs.
Oh, now
Babs.
it all makes sense.
Nice guy.
Well, once you get past the esoteric terror of the situation, I've found this thing actually has some uses. Molecular bonding, breaking down evil gamma serums, fashion accessorizing.
Yes, speaking of...
Oh, right. It's ready.
Your armor seemed to offer minimal protection against the venom creature.
I noticed.
Yeah, I thought you could use an upgrade.
Well hammered, well fired. Caretaker did not mention that you two were such skilled smithies.
Yep, I am Iron Smithy.
Perhaps you should just try it on.
Okay. Cool.
Still think I could have used a cloak.
Shut up. No capes. Now, I know a lot of people don't always care for Marvel quippiness, but I like it from time to time, okay? I like it. It's fine sometimes.
Could have benefited from a cloak.
Orb of Agamotto. Strange's Orb of Agamotto. One of the few artifacts recovered from the Sanctum Sanctorum. A powerful energy emanates from inside the orb as the orb seems to rotate indefinitely.
You think everything could benefit from a cloak?
I do not.
Oh, I've heard the things you whisper to your cape when you think no one's listening.
Ah, the joys of sharing a workspace.
These two are so funny together.
This cloak will help me save the universe from extinction on
They should
countless
kiss.
occasions.
Could you at least tell it to stop rearranging things on my side of the cave?
I have, but it considers you something of a slob.
You know, I have a great psychiatrist in the city. Maybe you should talk to him. Although, I think he's working for Hydra right now.
Anyway, cloak. Strange's
That
cape.
is something.
One of Strange's capes suspended in an ornate glass cape. The cape, or case. The cape floats in the air, rippling slightly, though the air is still. Cluttered table.
Interesting.
A desk cluttered with books, and some of them are older than you. And you are quite old. And a tarot card. Damoon. Guess what? It's fucking Moon Knight. Nobody would have guessed. Let's see, what do we got? Another tarot card. The Star. It's Nova. Tony's armor.
Fascinating.
One of Tony's many Iron Man suits polished to a high gloss. Though it is powered off, the eyes seem to follow you. That's probably fine. Don't worry about that, though. Hello.
Hunter. Hunter, your new attire suits you quite well. But how are you holding up on the inside? I know it's easy to look upon me and simply see the universe's utmost authority on all things mystical and macabre, Hunter. However, in addition to being Earth's Sorcerer Supreme, I am also your doctor.
You mean a physician of the medical arts? You jest.
I assure you, Hunter, I do not jest. They don't call me Mr. Strange, now do they? Except for Tony. Your awakening ritual was admittedly a touch more chaotic than I had originally intended, and well, after your violent encounter with Venom, my oath to Hippocrates compels me to check in with you. Simply put, how do you feel?
Thanks, man. Feelings are irrelevant. I have a job to do. Like, I woke up on the wrong side of the grave, and I'm honestly more worried about you. Yeah, I'm kind of worried about you, man.
You lost much yesterday, Doctor. I
I'm
am the
okay.
one who should be asking you how you are feeling.
I appreciate that, Hunter. I admit I did not expect the child of Lilith to have the capacity for such empathy. And you're right, of course. I, for one, do not know if I will ever feel 100% again after the events of yesterday. I still can't believe what transpired. The sanctum, all that knowledge, Wanda, lost. Swallowed whole by the black mouth of that foul Venom creature. With all my resources, all my gifts, I should have seen this outcome spelled out in the sacred geometry of this universe years ago. But I miscalculated.
I was never any good at math either. Don't blame yourself. Hey, man.
I would rather stand down a horde of rampaging Lilin than face one of Agatha's mathematics puzzles. Sacred or not, geometry be damned.
I'd be lying if I said it wasn't my least favorite requirement in pre-med. Still, if only I had studied harder, I would have reached some deeper understanding that could have altered this outcome.
We will alter this outcome, Doctor.
On that, we most certainly agree, Hunter. It's not just the Sanctum Sanctorum that was lost yesterday, it was my protege, Wanda.
In case it's not obvious, by the way, there's a
is
lot of conversations in this
my
game.
charge, my responsibility, and I failed her. But I am determined not to let that happen with you, Hunter, which is why I am here to answer any questions you may have. Perhaps my wisdom may benefit you more than it has me thus far.
What exactly is Venom?
A creature on the roof. You have run into it before.
Unfortunately, yes. In the simplest of terms, Venom is an alien species living in symbiosis with a human known as Eddie Brock. He's something of a fixture in New York these days, but typically his hijinks are confined to harassing Spider-Man.
Lilith seems to have found other uses for him. Eddie is a willing participant. Maybe Spider-Man can tell us on how to deal with him.
It sounds like Spider-Man is Venom's nemesis.
Spider-Man.
Maybe he has some insight.
Of course. I have no doubt Spider-Man will prove to be an invaluable asset in the ongoing fight against both Venom and Lilith.
About the Sanctum's Ward of Protection.
Tell me about your Sanctum's Wards of Protection. I have never heard of a protection spell that powerful.
In your time, I'm sure you've encountered a variety of minor wards and protective spells. The Sanctum Sanctorum was shielded by one such incantation, but greatly amplified by the convergence of ley lines.
In New York, she said the wards had never been broken. Remind me again about ley lines. Assuming we retake the Sanctum, can you restore the wards?
Will the wards ever provide the same protection that they had?
It may be possible to undo the damage, but now that a weakness has been exposed, I'll have to rethink my approach entirely. Tony did offer a military-grade laser protection grid, should I be so inclined to go that route.
I'd like to know more about Wanda.
How did Wanda come into your care?
Wanda's story is quite tragic, and perhaps not mine to tell. There was an accident on the Abbey grounds not long ago involving Agatha.
What exactly happened? One has been staying with you at the Sanctum. Agatha?
I feel like everyone is avoiding mention of Agatha.
I can't say I'm surprised, but I'm afraid it's really not my place. You should speak to Sarah about her when you're ready.
Okay, well...
Let us talk later.
Visit whenever you like. It's not often I get to...
Yeah. Okay. I would like to get through as much dialogue as I can, because again, it is a highlight of this game. One of my favorite things in all of video games is capital C characters, capital I interacting.
Ah, I see.
A wooden chest with brass hardware containing glass vials. Yeah. But also, you know, this is going to slow to a fucking crawl if I don't hurry through some of this.
Chief.
Hey, boss. Or big man.
I hate to admit it, but somehow this ancient forge puts any arc reactor I've got to shame. Who would have thought mystically bound demon power would be so damn energy efficient? Or carbon neutral? Certainly got that new suit of yours done a lot faster than I expected. Speaking of, what's the verdict, boss?
Thanks, appreciate the effort. Probably a little soon to tell, don't you think? Thanks anyway. I'd probably put it through its paces first, yeah?
I will reserve judgment until I try it in combat.
There's a 99.9% chance you'll be fine. Or it'll bust at the seams and fall off mid-battle. Word of advice, don't go commando.
I won't. I don't like the feeling
you're now
of
the most advanced hybrid of tech and
genes
magic
on my
Earth
nads.
since old Doc Doom himself. But tools are just one part of the equation. You gotta know how to use them too. You were out, what, 300 years before we woke you from your eternal rest?
Give or take.
I'm betting you have questions, so ask away, Hunter.
Oh boy. What's so special about the new suit?
I take it this new version is a technological marvel?
Impact-resistant carbon composites, some patent-pending alloy mesh, and a few touches from Dr. Spooky over there. And hey, the built-in communicator means we can talk to each other without sending a raven.
I like the old suit, sounds impressive, but what does it mean? I don't know what half those words are, but I think there's an insult buried in there.
So it is a marvel, then?
Lightweight, nearly indestructible, and modular enough for future upgrades. Frankly, I wouldn't have used your old suit to wax the Mandarin's car.
I don't know what that means. You don't seem to like magic much.
Is all this magic a threat to your new technology?
It might surprise some people to hear this, but I do like some things with rules. Isotope decay, magnetic fields, and gamma oscillation make a lot more sense to me than Eye of Newt, bat wings, and a sprinkle of sunshine. At least they did before everything changed.
So why is your best friend a wizard, then? Gamma again. You all seem to really love that stuff. You made change because of me and my brother. Why is your best friend a wizard, then?
You and the doctor seem to work well together.
Well, no need to put a label on things. The guy is good at making sense of this madness every now and then. He's not talking to his cape.
See anything strange around the Abbey?
Seen anything strange around here?
What, other than my roommate? Boom! Roasted!
Not
On a more
funny.
serious note, this place is legitimately haunted. Mirrors look back at you. My room rearranges itself. And worst of all, magic cats.
Cats?
Was it suspiciously elusive, even for a cat?
That's not what that dialogue option
Actually,
said.
yes. Thought I was going crazy there for a second, but clearly I'm still firing on all cylinders. It just poofed in next to me out in the yard. Small, black, furry. Cute little thing. Probably some kind of shape-shifting monster knowing this place.
What exactly is
What
this room?
sort of things are you doing in here?
Oh, that's right. You were out a while. Basically, we've got a gigantic demon inside the magic box here that provides near limitless power for whatever we might need. Sounds insane, but sometimes it's easier to just go with it.
Sounds amazing.
I am impressed with your resourcefulness.
From where you're standing, I could see that. Still, I doubt I'll be branding one of these with the Stark Industries logo anytime soon.
Yeah, don't do that. You're not allowed. What's your deal?
You must have an interesting origin story of your own.
Yeah, do you guys know the origin
Just
story of
typical
Iron
American
Man?
boy. Pops was a founding member of the military-industrial complex. Mom, a famous socialite. Tragedy struck when I lost them both in a car crash, which turned out to be a hit from a rival corporation. I spent my early teens at MIT, trying to clear my head. It was all set to follow in Dad's footsteps
I don't know
as
what
a
that
war
is.
profiteer. Then one day, fortune shined on me, in the form of some errant shrapnel that lodged itself just above my heart. So I did what anybody in that situation would do. I built a super suit and started fighting crime.
It's a lot to deal with. Guess it worked out in the end, yeah?
You seem well adjusted enough, considering.
Exactly. Which means there's hope for you yet. I find these apocalypse scenarios will save you tons of therapy.
I don't think that's true, actually.
Thanks for catching me up on things.
Anytime. Oh, and speaking of things, remember that creepy gamma goop you found from that hopped-up Hydra soldier? Well, I gave it a peek, and it explains a lot. If you have a minute, meet me at the anvil over there, and I'll walk you through it. I promise it'll be worth your time.
Okay. Here we go. Gamma coil analysis.
Now, I doubt advanced gamma thermodynamics was a hot topic at Ye Olde Demon Hunting School, so I'm just gonna give you the condensed version.
I appreciate that.
Closest I've ever seen to this substance is pumping through Bruce's veins.
I don't know who that is.
Gamma accelerant, part unknown element. Calling it coil for now, given its unique atomic structure. Man, I love acronyms.
Me too.
This stuff is more volatile than Nick Fury on a Monday morning.
I don't know who that is.
Hydra doesn't seem to mind.
They're using it to get stronger.
Exactly. A few drops would make your average salamander look like Fin Fang Foom.
I also don't know who that is.
Thankfully, with a little help from Dr. Spooky and our haunted oven over here.
References.
This game.
You are not suggesting we start injecting ourselves with it?
No. Nothing like that. Though I can see some future applications for my energy drink line. I was thinking we apply this stuff towards upgrading our equipment.
I like where this is going.
Just give me a little time here and I can whip up some pretty fun toys. How about we give Hydra a taste of their own gamma-powered medicine for a change?
Wily Wallaby green apple flavored liquor. Analyzing gamma coils. Tony Stark can use coil materials recovered in combat to create hero abilities. Only one of the abilities on offer can be selected, so choose wisely. So, whenever you do missions with a hero, you will usually get a gamma coil at the end of it. The gamma coil will have abilities for the three heroes
mystery box
that you took on the mission. So if you want more abilities for certain characters, you got to take them with you.
This never gets old.
So let's open the gacha box.
How does this look?
We got whip, strike, and heal. Let's see. I'll take another strike.
Hunter, when you have a minute, come meet me in the yard.
All right. When we have copies of currently equipped abilities, you can combine them. Oh, that's right. We have to check out Superlink. Okay. Daily Bugle repost bot. Spider-Man and his amazing friends unleash monster upon city. Garish Bleecker Street Manor sealed off by authorities. When will the Spider-Menace in his pet ink monster end their trail of destruction through Greenwich Village? Let's not forget about the disgraced surgeon Stephen Strange. Is he in cahoots with the web-slinging wrongdoer? Did his hope turn to his row house into a no-house? Garish by the Ancient One. Who runs this paper? Mephisto? Figures I'm not even mentioned in the article. Have we heard from our pajama-clad friend? Still nothing, but based on the police band radio chatter we intercepted, I say they're closing in on Little Italy. Doubt they're stopping for a slice. Everyone knows it's all about the linguine and clam sauce there. At least you didn't say gabagool. Indeed, I met a gabagool once. We definitely do not want to invoke one of those right now. So, Spider-Man? Not that easy. These boys move too damn fast. Keep at it. Even in New York City, those two stand out. Nico Minoru. Swooping in at the last second to save the day. Leading away that carnivorous sludge monster just to keep NYC safe. Just gonna say it. He is the hashtag Astounding Spider-Man. He had too many words. Don't let those words of the red and blue pajamas fool you. Spider-Man is no joke. Wow, looks like somebody made a friend. More like an enemy of an enemy. Starting to think we could use more of those. There's that old Avengers tolerate your spooky strange teammate attitude I was looking for. I know who's going for this month's Team Spirit Award. Hashtag Blade Cares. I have to go train. Nico Manure, vampire double feature tonight. How about Duchess of the Damned and Shank? And if we're feeling punchy, want to heckle the entire Dusk trilogy? No Shank for me. Other than that, I'm in. Shank is easily the best cheesy vampire movie ever made. Explain yourself. They weaponize garlic. It's dumb. We should bring snacks. I can make microwave garlic fries. I'll bring a jar of garlic dipping sauce. Don't worry, Blade. I'll eat your share of the garlic. True heroism at its finest. Look, I don't have a weakness to this stuff. I just hate garlic breath. You know, that's fair. And now we have another strike. We'll get to that later. Alright. Out we go. Can also look around a little bit more, I suppose. Get some more gloss. Look at some pictures. Oh, journal page. Caretaker's Journal, July 13th, 1689. A coven of witches from across the sea has sent for our help. I regret that I cannot do more, but Lilith and I are stretched to our limits. I've sent a moon seal to their home in Salem by way of the Knights of Wundagore. I have no doubt this will take care of the troubles they face.
Hey.
Hey. Caretaker's Journal, November 23rd, 1689. We have moved the Abbey from our transient home to Salem, and I must confess I am astounded at the natural beauty of this place, but there's no time for sentiment, we have a job to do. Cthon has found influence here with Hiram Shaw through a page of the Darkhold. Moonseal did not bring the witches the protection it should have. Several have been killed already. There's no telling how far this dark power could go. For now, we watch from the safety of the Abbey, hidden away amongst thick woodland. We must understand what it is we face. Known dickhead, Hiram Shaw. Ooh, more gloss.
Welcome to the Yard. At least that's what we're calling it these days. Caretaker put me in charge of your training. Too bad she didn't listen to me yesterday. Now that we know what we're up against, I think we can all use the practice. Any questions?
I got some questions about you.
I did, but they are about you.
Right when it's time to train? From all Sarah told us about you, she never described you as lazy.
Indulge me. Of course she didn't. We can talk later. I'll joke.
Everyone loves you when you are dead. Tell me, does that mean you are half-loved?
She didn't describe you as a snarky
like
jackass, but here we are. All right, Tony Stark Jr., ask your questions.
About you.
Can I ask about you?
I guess.
What's your name?
Is your name really Blade?
Is your name really the Hunter?
Yes.
Oh, really? Your mom, before she became the mother of demons, looked into your cradle and decided to name her firstborn child the Hunter.
That is how I understand it.
It takes all kinds.
So, is your name really Blade?
No.
What is it?
It's private.
Okay, fair enough.
Is it embarrassing?
No, the Hunter. But I only share it with friends.
And you've got -1 affection with me right now.
Me a friend?
Not yet. Don't take it personally.
How old are you?
How long have you been around?
I don't exactly know. I think of myself as mid-20s, maybe. I lost a
looks
lot
real
of
good
time.
for mid-20s.
Much of the last century was a blur. I have occasional memories, almost like coming up for air before being yanked back down into the depths.
What happened?
I killed a lot of vampires. I hadn't lost my mind exactly, but I got into a rhythm and never stopped. Never had a reason to stop. Not until I met Caretaker.
And then?
She gave me a reason to stop.
How'd you get here?
What brought you to the Abbey?
Caretaker. About 10 years ago, she brought me back to the real world. Gave me a place to stay until I came back to myself.
Did she ever say why?
She said she thought I'd be able to kill more vampires if I was acting on more than just instinct. But I know it was more than that. She gave me safe haven here at the Abbey. Something I'd never known. Must have read half the books in the library by the time I headed out. So when she reached out and asked me to be part of this weird little club, of course I showed up.
About the Suns.
Tell me about the Midnight Suns.
All right.
Why did you join? Vampire hunting is a solitary affair.
Guess I never found the right team.
Is that all?
No, but that's all I'll share for now. You really want to know? Put in the work. If I trust you, I'll have more to say.
Explanation of game mechanics, thank you. What about your teammates?
What can you tell me about the others?
Nothing. Ask them yourself.
Great, thanks, man.
I'm not asking you to break anyone's confidence.
Fine. Which one?
Oh, good. More menus. Nico.
Tell me about Nico.
She's the youngest, but she acts like she's in charge.
Why let her act like that?
Funny.
She's usually right, and she keeps us on track. I didn't think we'd get along, but we wouldn't be the Midnight Suns without her.
What makes you say that?
She has a lot of heart, and that's why we let her. Anyone else?
Robbie.
What about Robbie?
Nice young man.
He's exactly what he seems. Well, sort of. He's open with people, easygoing. Sometimes that comes across as dopey, but don't get the wrong impression. He's quick to make friends, and once he does, he's your friend for life. So don't let him down, or I'll hold it against you.
Thanks,
Anyone
man.
else?
Ileana.
What do you know about magic?
Keeps to herself.
That is it?
She's a private person. Until she lets you in, that's all you need to know.
When does she let people in?
At her own pace. Respect that, and it'll happen faster than you think. Anyone else?
What about my aunt/mother?
Tell me what you think of Sarah.
Well, there are few people I tolerate, even less who I like. Sarah, I respect. She sees the big picture, and we're a part of it. I'd follow her to hell if I had to. And from what I understand, we may have to.
I am surprised she commands such respect.
I'm surprised that you're surprised. You know what she's like more than any of us.
I do.
Anyone else?
Nope, that's it.
Nobody else.
Sure.
Alright.
Thanks, Blade.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Alright, let's do some training.
Ready for more?
So, like it says, you can upgrade abilities
Don't
with
stress it too much.
some stuff.
There's no wrong answers here.
Let's upgrade Strike. So now it goes from chain 2 to chain 3.
See you around.
Now we can talk to Captain Marvel. Let's run around the outside of the Abbey a little bit before we do anything else, just to see, you know, what there is out there in the wilds. I think we'll probably have some more time to do this in the future, of course, but, you know. Have a thing over here. Car. Definitely weirdest thing. So, by the way, my roommate is not here right now because he is...
There are cracks in this wall.
Without revealing too much, he is getting surgery, or got surgery. He, for some fucking reason, before he left for his surgery, he left his computer on, and like his headphones are still connected, so like a ton of noise is coming out of them, like really loud Discord notifications. So I keep hearing them and keep thinking that they're mine, but they're not. So, you know, Temperance, Cloak and Dagger. More doors. Okay, doesn't look like there's much else we can do, so let's head back in and talk to Captain Marvel. Hello.
Like the way you move out there, Hunter. Guess Dr. Strange picked the right supernatural demon hunter to resurrect. I'm Carol Danvers, but you can call me Captain Marvel. Kidding. Carol's fine. Just thought I'd throw a bone to the Avengers PR team. Not gonna lie, going a few rounds in Vampire Guy's Magic Thunderdome sounds like fun, but we've got bigger fish to fry. Well, Not so much fish as that ginormous, invulnerable sewer monster that swallowed the sanctum.
Oh god! Oh hey, Darkness! Welcome in. We're playing Marvel's Midnight Suns. That's me right there. That's what I look like in real life, except I'm not that ripped. Let me fucking kill that thing.
The Venom creature surprised me before. He will not do so again.
That thing's tougher than a Flurkin furball. You better steer clear of him and his creepy slime shield for a while. Strange, Caretaker, and the rest of the funky bunch can try and magic their way through that shield all they want. If my time as a pilot taught me one thing, it's that sometimes you've got to find a workaround. As in Hydra. They've got to know the way inside. Steve's always said they aren't much for talking. But then again, I'm told I can be rather persuasive when I need to be.
Okay. How persuasive?
Just how far are you willing to go, Captain?
Let's just say that I'm willing to unleash the power of a quantum singularity white hole on them if need be.
I don't know what that is.
Quantum... what?
You'll see.
Cool.
Find me in the war room when you're finished here. There's a few things we should discuss. Oh, and Hunter? Welcome back from the dead.
One sec, sorry. Alright, and now we go to the wharf room.
Nothing is certain these days, but these readings are too distinct to ignore. The gamma signature is...
Sorry, Bruce, we lost you. Did you say Gamma?
Yes,
Hang on a second.
What's
Come
going
on, Tony. You managed to stream the Super Bowl to a Kree battleship 50 light years out. This should be easy.
We waited all year for that game, and you know the Skrulls would have spoiled it for us if they got the chance.
Well, can't you just... I don't know.
Work my magic again? See, that's the problem. This time I am working with actual magic, and let me tell you, it sucks. Ow.
The gamma signature is completely inverted. The daughter nuclei are being reabsorbed into the parent nuclei, which is impossible.
If the gamma signature from the Sanctum is really that unique, Bruce, then couldn't we just...
Sorry, still working out a few gremlins in the system.
Try sunlight, and whatever you do, avoid water.
Wait, you're being serious?
We should be able to track this new gamma signature to its source then, right? I'd do it myself, but we seem to be having a little IT trouble today.
Please. Old Central here is ready to grind through that data like chum.
What exactly is a Central?
CENTRAL. Cognitive encryption, net transmogrification. We'll figure it out later.
That's usually how I do it too.
Hope your gremlins enjoy gamma spectroscopy.
Well, he's been a little moody lately, ever since, you know, the problem with the big old green guy.
I heard that.
No, I don't. What are you talking
turn
about?
Into the Hulk? Not sure if we should be frightened or relieved.
That makes two of us.
Oh, hey. Come on. Happens to everyone. Well, okay, not everyone.
Nice work, Bruce.
I know that place. Creepy abandoned warehouse in the bad guy part of town.
My favorite kind. Anybody up for paying it a visit?
Definitely.
Aw, see that? Teamwork goosebumps.
Find me when you're ready.
Multi-million-dollar piece of experimental technology, and she kicks it.
The two of us on the mean streets of New York? Evil.
Excited for another mission? I'm excited, and I'm probably not even going.
Alright, we'll start that in a few minutes. I need to go take a piss, and I'm also going to start dinner for myself, so I will be right back. See you in a moment. Alright, mission time, here we go. New York freaking City, baby.
Just recently that the Hudson Yards Development Restoration Association purchased this entire block. I'll let you think about that one for a minute.
Hudson Yard Development, yeah, that's just spells Hydra. Very cool, thanks Hydra. Alright, so we're going in with Captain Marvel, Blade, and me. Let's take a look at Captain Marvel real quick. So we got Knee Strike, gain block equal to the damage dealt. One step ahead, draw Marvel cards until you have 3 in your hand. Fists of Radiance, knockback, and Photon Beam. Damage and taunt each enemy in a line. And then customization, Abby outfit, we'll change that daily, that's pretty nice. Marvel, and Medieval Marvel. This one kind of makes her look like Power Girl, so that's cool, I guess. But, you know, other than that, I like the short hair a little bit more. Okay, let's go. Oh yeah, they also give you this every time you start a mission, which is just very funny to me.
Let's see. Trench coat, sunglasses at night, brooding personality. Something tells me these midnight warehouse raids are pretty normal for you.
Very.
Meow. This area in particular?
Occasionally. Good for a late night snack.
Oh.
The falafel place down the road. Stays open till 3.
Oh, nice.
Oh, right, sure. Only maybe next time say it less vampire-y.
Oh good, could you guys hear that? Excellent. Thank you, Ileana.
Don't worry. This is a different portal to a different location.
Gamma signatures and unstable isotopes aren't really in my wheelhouse, so we'll be patching Dr. Banner through from Avengers Tower once you reach the other side.
Almost feels like cheating with you two on our side.
Alright, let's do this.
Probably can scratch a band end off the description of this place. You seeing this, Bruce? Getting all sorts of weird down there.
Johann Fenhoff. That hack. I heard he was dead. Well, hoped is perhaps a more accurate description.
Calls himself Faustus now.
Dr. Faustus, Smartic fanatic in the room. It's a small room.
Hydra's resident mad scientist.
Not just Hydra's. Lilith's. That's magic coming from those crates. I can feel it.
Yeah? How about gamma radiation? You feeling that too? Because that's some pretty evil-looking Hydra tech down there.
Gamma and magic.
Gonna need you to use your science brain on this one, Bruce.
We need to approach this situation carefully. Combining those energies is an explosive proposition at best. Think scalpel, not hammer. Stealth, not strength.
Yeah, I don't do stealth.
Kill them.
Kill Captain Marvel, sir? I feel like I might be a little, Well, they're Nazis, and they're also crazy, so...
I always considered Faustus a bit of a crackpot, but his fundamental science must be sound. The device would have surely exploded otherwise after your display, Carol.
Learned it by watching you, Bruce.
This circle for chain also shows you the range that you can move to. So in this case, I can do this. And you know what? What the heck? Might as well, right?
No half measures.
Whack, whack, whack. Good shit.
Even the best can get better.
Hell yeah. Alright. Let's do a quip into this explosive barrel.
You had your chance to escape.
Gotta love it.
Maybe you should teach me that one.
Let's do a quick slash. Take that guy down.
Hail that.
And then we've got, let's see, 14 health left on this. How much damage does this do? 10 damage? Yeah, that would do it, actually. So let's go ahead and do this. Also, everybody has different animations for, like, picking up and throwing stuff, which is very cool.
Get ready.
They cannot possibly match your strength.
Here it comes.
Bam. Good shit.
Your mother.
Damn, alright. And there we go. That's, oh wait, no, there's one more guy. Forgot about you. Sorry, don't worry about that, buddy. Uh-huh. I thought I was real clever with that one, but I guess not. Oh well. More guys will come in. It's fine. Wait, is it all just goons, really? Tactics mode allows you to quickly
assess the
battlefield.
I've never been one to buy into the science of magic, but the data I'm seeing is hard to ignore. There are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio.
You know you're talking to a vampire, an alien hybrid, and a resurrected demon hunter, right?
Let's blow this up. Pop that motherfucker. And then we'll just quick strike this guy.
Let's do this.
I love quick cards. They're so great.
Interesting.
Good stuff. I don't know if it really carries over my card plays and stuff, but you know, if it does.
Now, quickly!
Let's go, go, go!
The perfect opportunity to field test Mother's device.
This is a game that goes on sale pretty often. You should be able to get that pretty easy, I bet.
Watch out!
Is that good?
Get her!
I love how he sounds like, get her! Oh my god. Hey, baby. So, now we get to explain. Recover artifact. Retrieve the mysterious Hydra artifact from the truck. Break the Hydra shield guard's protection to access the truck. Use recover artifact card to search the artifact.
For the record, Bruce, I did not smash that thing.
Noted, Carol. Perhaps you might direct all that energy
Any
towards
objective-
your newfound adversaries
Any
instead.
objective
and
that is
the mysterious
protected cannot be
cargo they're
completed.
attempting to escape with?
Reduce the Hydra shield guard's block to 0 in order to break the protection.
What are
So,
we waiting for?
the other thing to note is Carol, Captain Marvel, is binary. It has gone binary, basically. So, her thing is that every time you play a Captain Marvel card, she gains a binary stack. Once she gets 3, she goes binary, which doubles all damage she deals, and then she stops being binary when all of the block is gone, which is why her cards gain block, and why this is such a good fucking card. Because it means you just gain plus 11 block. So I'm gonna go ahead and, let's see here. I'm gonna go ahead and redraw this. That's not bad. Let's do this.
Never seen that before.
So that's how that works.
Let's do a draw.
Time's up for these jumps.
Darn, okay. Well, we're not gonna get exactly what I want out of that, unfortunately. But, let's see. I was kind of hoping for... Well, actually, let's do a redraw here. Do I get a quick strike? No, I just get a slash. Okay. Unfortunately, there's no good way to get rid of the... Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have Carol move, like here? No. No such luck, my friend.
This has your name.
Proton cannon! Fuck you! Explode! Oh my god, it killed so many of them. That was pretty cool. Okay.
Hydra's in control of the situation.
I don't believe you. My favorite? I would say a character that we have not met yet is my favorite. It's one of the DLC characters, I'll tell you that much.
They're still not ready to give up?
We stand with the mother.
Hero is dazed. Other heroes must take a number of actions before the daze effect wear off. The number of actions remaining are displayed on the dazed hero bar.
Preliminary analysis of the blast confirms high levels of gamma and various unknown energies.
Unknown to you.
Well, here's what we're gonna do.
There is dark magic. We must not let Hydra escape with it.
I think you got him.
Fuck you.
That's a neat trick.
And protection's lost, which means we can get the artifact. Let's see. Let's look at our characters real quick. We'll get Hunter to do it. Because again, playing cards gives them experience. Remember it was Nolan North who voiced everything? That's right, back in the day. Now it's Erica
One less
Lindbeck
thing
who
to worry
voices
about.
everything.
Approximately 16,342 more to go. I suggest starting with the remaining Hydra forces in your vicinity.
I agree. Let's drop a pallet on these
Do
stupid
not stand a
bitches.
chance.
Those guys are fine, probably. Okay, end turn.
Hydra!
Ouch. Ouch.
Oh, that's not right.
To be crystal clear, we won't be able to recreate Faustus's experiment or track potential future variants gamma signatures without a baseline resonant sample from his initial occult catalyst.
Got it. Stop the truck.
Weak, even for Hydra.
Well, that is outside of the field of play. So we're gonna grab Blade and have him move just elsewhere, I think.
We're on the move. Send reinforcements.
I'm gonna redraw you. That's pretty good. That's probably important. I'm gonna redraw one of the stakes as well. Make him bleed. Yeah, I'll take a make him bleed.
Watch.
Give me a quick card.
Should get the blood pumping.
I mean, that does actually do what I want it to. So yeah, I'll take that.
Time's over.
Whack, whack, whack. Now he's gonna bleed.
I am impressed.
Let's see, I got one card play left. She's gonna be stunned, so that's unfortunate, but we're just gonna take the heal.
Walk in the light. The power of the light.
Alright.
The enemy has the upper hand.
That's right.
Hope you're ready.
Haha, you're bleeding. Okay.
You look a little nervous.
These delays can be quite frustrating. Infuriating, even. I suppose by now I'd normally be tromping through the warehouse, hurling the puny truck at the moon.
Don't worry, Bruce. I've got a pair of torn purple pants with your name on them.
Lilith has sent you here to die. I hope you are prepared.
Alright, go ahead and just fucking annihilate this guy to death. Yeah, he's dead. I don't know how to tell you this, but he's dead. That's not a KO, he's dead.
We've done it!
Getting better every...
What is this thing?
Bad guy crate. Full of bad guy stuff.
I know those symbols. From the time of the first hunt. That glyph means barrier. That one, almighty. Something, something. Gods and demons.
So a spooky bad guy crate.
Very spooky. Designed to contain powerful magic. Be careful.
Got it. Don't cross the streams.
Never do. How about we get this thing back to the Abbey and see for ourselves?
Only 2 stars. Unfortunate. Oh well.
Nice job out there, kid. I mean, I didn't get Hydra bombed until my 10th run with the Avengers.
Kid, you do know that I'm a good 3 centuries older than you, right?
Then you've got a lot of catching up to do.
Okay, Abbey tournament tonight.
Sure about that? Last one got a little heated.
The Eternal Spirits of Vengeance take technical fouls very seriously, especially in the 4th quarter.
Forget it. Tonight is movie night.
It is always
Blade kills vampires with swords. That's right.
Exactly.
He does.
Wow. Out of jail again? Who made this game? Wilson Fisk?
Well, if parking is free, clearly no one from Manhattan.
You know what they say? All work and no play is how we ended up with Ultron.
I don't know who that is.
Come on. You should hang out.
Yeah! Hang out! Hello!
I should rest. Another time.
Yeah, look at my cool
Let me
shirt.
see. How did this work again?
Super Link. Okay. Spooper Link. Hunter, you there? By the way, this is Nico. In case nobody gave you the rundown on how the spark works, Blade and Captain Marvel just filled us in. Freaky stuff, especially Faustus. And then they just left me here all alone. You should come hang out. Thank you, Nico, but I am tired. Someone's there. Is it my dog?
Good. You answered. Getting hard to keep finding ways to say open door around here. And despite what Robbie says, I don't think the staff of One speaks High Elven. Blood magic stuff. Cool room. Spacious. Aw, is that bed for Charlie?
Yes?
So, if you're planning on giving me some sort of brooding code of the stoic warrior speech, I'm immune. Just ask later, Magic.
I will be right back.
From what I just saw out there, whatever crazy ancient living weapons stuff Caretaker put you through back in the day did a real number on you. We got a lot of work to do.
Work?
Yeah, talking to people, making friends, basic human stuff. Or quasi-human. You're a Midnight Sun now. One of us.
Nico, I was just Hydra bombed. I could use some rest.
You and me both. Been bad dreams every night for me lately. I, keep seeing Wanda. She... Never mind.
I will meet you outside.
Yes! I'll go nuke us some popcorn and you pick out a movie. Oh, and it may just be the two of us. The others went outside, needed to cool off. Really need to hang a fan over that forge. Or maybe crack open the casket of Ancient Wonders a little?
My character looks like the White Ranger and Moist Critical with the eyebrows, and I can dig it. Thank you. This is what I look like in real life. This is literally what my hair looks like right now. And my beard as well. I'm not 100% on the beard.
I'm kind of getting the impression Doctor Strange is a little bit of a hoarder. I mean, just because it's magical junk doesn't mean it's not junk. You know what they call an artifact that only works
I'm not this ripped.
once every 10,000 years?
I'm like a twig.
I don't know either, because I don't hoard junk. Something tells me you don't have a favorite movie. Well, we can start you out with one of my favorites.
So, a couple things about Nico, if you don't know about it already. First of all, if you look like Nico, please DM me. Second, God, I'm so happy she's in this game, dude. One of my favorite things about this game is that it pulls characters out of the woodwork that, like, aren't that well known. Oh, hang on. Sorry, one second.
Hello, my sweet girl.
Doggy. True! Thank you, Charlie. Anyway, let's do a hangout. Watching a movie.
I know this, and I
oops,
get
shit.
why facing Lilith won't be easy. I was 15 when I found out my mother was capital E evil.
Let's see. So, where is it? There it is. Okay, yeah, there we go. That's terrible.
Sorry to hear you went through that.
It was bad, but I learned to deal with it. It's the only way forward, right? Look, I'm glad my mother is gone, but yeah, at times I just want to hear her voice again. Some days I'd give anything to make that happen. Makes me hate her even more.
Look at that cool movie. That's Rav right there.
I did not realize you carried such pain.
I just learned to bury it. You think I can afford a therapist on a superhero salary? I'm kidding. We don't get paid for this.
Yay!
Enough about our crappy parents. You missed out on decades of good movies. It's my solemn duty to fill this knowledge gap with the best examples I can provide. So, the first thing you need to know, the glowing briefcase is a metaphor.
Let's see. Do you think you want a tapered candle? How do you feel about tapered candles? Here you go.
Can we do it again?
Yeah.
So, what did you think of the movie?
I understood more than I should.
I love metaphors re
How?
Fantasios.
You've been dead for 3 centuries.
I'm not so sure I was dead. Not exactly. I
Oh, my
recall a
pasta's
deep
done.
slumber.
Well, not done. Give me a
not
sec.
the void. I dreamt
Of what?
of everything. Much of this world is familiar to me. I know it from my dreams.
That's not creepy at all. So, do you know everything?
No, think of it like this. I know what a car is, but I have no idea how to drive.
You're up to date, but not omniscient. Then I'm guessing you don't know much about me.
Just what you shared earlier.
You're always free to ask. Like, what's the Staff of One? Or who were the Runaways?
I had some questions about your staff.
Sure. But first, the basics. The Staff of One interprets words or phrases as spells, but it can only cast a spell once. No repeats.
That's the cool part about how she works is she has to come up with new like spells every time she casts them. It's super cool.
Can you tell me how the Staff of One functions?
It's, blood magic, so my own blood is required to summon it. You wouldn't believe how many adhesive bandages I go through each year.
What about the words you speak?
They come true. Kind of, and not always the way I expect. It's like making a wish, but you can never make the same wish again.
Sorry about that. Pasta was done. Ow. My head. Anyway.
I had some questions about your old team.
The Runaways? Sure thing.
How did you become a team?
Were you all heroes who banded together?
No, we were normal kids. We saw each other once a year when our parents got together to reminisce. And then we found out 2 very disturbing things. First, our parents were supervillains who sacrificed children to evil gods. Second, each of us had some sort of powerful birthright. Our parents wanted us to follow in their footsteps.
Cool.
What did you do?
We ran, but eventually we realized only the 6 of us could stop our parents and their dark gods, so we faced them and stopped them from destroying reality as we know
Storm
it.
siren. That's probably fine.
You know, typical kid stuff.
Who
was
they?
on the team?
At first, Chase with his mad science gear, Molly, our pint-sized powerhouse, Carolina, the solar-powered sweetheart. Gert had a telepathic link to Old Lace, a genetically engineered Deinonychus from the 87th century. I handled the blood magic, though I didn't understand it much. And Alex, well, we don't talk about Alex.
I know all of these characters. Oh, I don't like that you guys can hear it, unfortunately. So I'm gonna mute myself for a little bit. Also helps me eat.
Where are your friends now?
Molly attends Xavier's School for Gifted Youngsters. Carolina left Earth to marry alien nobility. Gert, she didn't make it. after Gert passed, Chase and I had a falling out. The last I heard, he and Old Lace are living at his family home in LA. As for Alex, he chose his side, and it wasn't ours. He died with our parents.
I know that entire story, by the way. I remember it pretty distinctly. I should go.
Good timing. Looks like Caretaker wants to speak with you, and wow, I should get to bed. Time flies when you're hanging out.
I love you,
I'm
Nico.
glad to see you're using your free time productively.
By watching movies.
Whatever it is that Faustus knows, he's willing to make any sacrifice to protect it. The next time he's cornered, maybe his own life he's forced to take. Looks like you're finding your way around. Maybe making some new friends.
I was planning on getting some rest, but...
Things are moving at a frantic pace. For all we know, I'll be landing a jet on the roof with Mr. Stark this afternoon. Not quite like it was in the good old days.
Change can be a good thing.
To stand still is to move back.
You got that one from Agatha. She used to say it all the time. I always preferred, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Used to?
I am sorry. I should have had this talk with you much sooner. But you should know... Agatha... She's no longer with us.
What? That is impossible. She was so...
alive.
Fierce. Indomitable. Or maybe just kind to a fault.
Yeah, she exploded. Well, how are you doing, Aunt Mom?
The loss could not have been easy for you.
Thank you for that. But it's not just my loss. It's all of ours. And what makes this loss even harder to accept is that it was completely avoidable. Agatha died in an accident caused by her protege, Wanda Maximoff, the Scarlet Witch. The Midnight Sun's latest recruit, a powerful spellcaster in her own right. Perhaps the most powerful Agatha and I had ever seen. Wanda's abilities were growing. Too quickly for my liking. Agatha was determined to help her control them. I tried to caution her, but she would not listen. There was an incident. An accident, I'm sure, but...
Agatha was killed.
Yes, incinerated in an instant. Not even ash to remember her by. The others were heartbroken, as was I. But I also saw the danger, the threat, if Wanda's powers were left unchecked. So I did what needed to be done. I sent Wanda away, to the Sanctum Sanctorum, to study under Doctor Strange. I know the others still harbor a great deal of resentment towards me for it.
Finally, I get to explain this 3 hours in. So, the light and dark thing that you see is a kind of, I would say, half-baked mechanic in which you choose dialogue options that push you either towards light or dark. Now, realistically, this doesn't actually change too much in terms of, like, what happens in the story. It's not like an infamous kind of good versus evil decision. What it does is it pushes the hunter towards one type of ability versus the other type. We have a light and dark ability in our deck right now. We have a dark ability, which is the whip. Forceful knockback, discard a random card. And the light ability is the heal. Now, here's the thing. Normally what I would do here is I would say, hey, gamers, what do we want to do? Do we want to go light or dark? However, dark sucks. It's not good. Light is absurdly busted. There is never any reason to go anything other than light. Which is unfortunate, but, like, you just have to do it. And also, I like being nice, so, you know.
Was Wanda so different from me as a child? Was it that easy to send her away?
I didn't have a choice. Wanda's powers were beyond even her own control. And this time I had no Agatha to help me, as I had with you. I thought she would be safe with Strange. On that part, at least, I was clearly mistaken. Ah, Wanda. Agatha. It seems we've lost them both now. I conjured a small shrine to Agatha's memory on the grounds, hoping to find some solace, a way to move forward. You should pay your respects. Maybe you'll find what I couldn't. Good night, Hunter.
Balance. The Hunter can follow the path of light or dark through the choices they make and the abilities they use in combat. Powerful rewards can be unlocked as the Hunter moves down either path. Charlie! Take me to the shrine, Charles. Oh, I have Nico now. Let's look at her, shall we? After the traumatic discovery that her parents were actually dark wizards participating in a human sacrifice, Nico Minoru tried to run away, but she didn't get far. Nico's mother attacked her with the mystical Staff of One, which Nico inexplicably absorbed into her own body. When the staff reemerged later, and shocked Nico realized she could now control it by turning any simple phrase into a powerful spell. So she has Curse. It either applies Stun, Marked, Vulnerable, or Weak. Blood Magic, apply Blood Magic. Counter Fast or Strengthen to an ally. Empower, change the cost of all heroic cards in your hand to 0 until the end of turn. And Swarm, deal 17, 34, or 42 damage, selected randomly when drawn. So basically she's the roulette machine. Customization. Abby outfit. This is a really cute outfit because this is like Katarina or whatever her name is. Combat outfit. Shadow Witch. This one's pretty cool, but it covers your pretty face. And Sister Grimm. I don't like the fuck-ass Bob. If the fuck-ass Bob was different, then maybe it would be fine. But, you know. Plus, I mean, this outfit just fucking rules. There it is. The shrine. What the fuck? Hi, Ghost. Hi, Ghost.
Agatha.
You always did have the most remarkable eyes, Hunter. Just like your mother's. Maybe that's why you're the first.
The first?
To commune with the spirits, of course.
Is this a trick of some kind? Because I am not amused.
No, it's no trick, dear. You're just the first to see me. By now you've heard I had a bit of trouble with my corporeal body.
Yeah, it exploded.
I actually find it quite liberating.
You are dead.
Always straight to the heart of things. That's my Hunter.
You seem strangely at ease about this whole thing.
After 1,000 years of living, you learn to take things in stride. Even death.
And what have you been doing all this time?
Meet me by the cave just over there. You know the one.
The Bloodgate? Caretaker always told me to stay away from that place.
I think we can safely lift the veil on a few more of our secrets. What's the worst that can happen?
I don't know. Probably nothing. Maybe. I don't know. Mushrooms! Yes! Also this. The Deserted Barrens. There are numerous Haven locations on the Abbey grounds.
Something?
Once discovered, a Haven can be used for a special daytime hangout with a hero when the friendship reward is increased. Each Haven can only be used once. Each hero can only attend a single Haven over the course of the game. So they're like big, powerful, one-time friendship boosts. touch the blood seal. Sounds good. Ooh, okay.
This ominous-looking portal is known as a blood gate.
Cool.
And you're the only one among us who can pass through it.
Bloodgate. Caretaker's handiwork?
Yes, Sarah got a little overprotective after the accident with Wanda. It's become something of a habit for her.
I have noticed that.
What lies beyond is meant for you as much as it ever was for her. Assuming you're up to the challenge, that is.
You know I am.
I do. But it's always polite to ask.
I like Agatha.
Ominous indeed.
Alright, let's do it. Let's do it. Normal?
Not what you were expecting, is it? There was a time when the blood stood within these celestial halls to prove their worth. This particular arena belongs to a goddess who often favored Sarah, Ashtor.
Sarah, Caretaker, was here?
Nothing ever comes easy, dear. The Elder Gods felt their descendants needed to earn their blessings, which is why they created these trials to begin with.
Trials? I should have known.
This entire realm exists for that purpose. Trial by combat, with no chance of outside interference.
Unless...
This is my challenge.
Yes, but I may have found a loophole they never considered. Why don't you try summoning your four-legged friend?
I cast spell of Summon Puppy Dog.
Charlie?
Yeah!
The old gods are responsible for a great many creations, including your faithful companion. I think even they tend to forget that. Good luck, dear.
So yeah, Charlie! In case it wasn't obvious, by the way, Charlie's a hellhound.
As the
Anyway.
goddess of balance and order, Ashtor was sometimes called the giver of justice. You can expect a fair fight, or at least her idea of one.
Alright, so let's do some howling. Awoo!
Leave some for the rest of us. You were too weak for this fight.
And thankfully, all these guys are minions. So let's do a bite on you, because you're marked.
Now that was something.
Gets me another card. I wish it wasn't that. I'm gonna get rid of Maul. Let's see if we can get something else. Slash for knockback, that's fine. Do this.
Your mother abandoned you.
Let's see. Sure, do that. Fuck you, evil dog. Charlie, can you? No, Charlie can't use that. Charlie can't use any of the... Let's go ahead and do this. Bam! I don't... Well... no, I don't think it's possible. I still have another redraw. I could get something. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's over, baby.
Feel my call.
Nope. Rock. Efficiency, baby.
Once again, Lilith's servants fall.
That's why I love this game. It's a puzzle. It's all a puzzle.
Good girl, Charlie. Oh, and you too, Hunter.
Yay!
You finished this trial, but don't worry. The other gods are waiting.
I did it. The Hunter. That's me. Alright, I think we can get one more mission in. This is going to be a bit of a longer stream. Because I'm feeling it. Oh, cool. Was that supposed to happen? Excuse me. Burp. Excuse me. What? Okay. Ooh, moon seal. Don't mind if I do. Moon seal.
This looks like it belongs here.
Open! World of Power. Oshter's gift allows magical locks and gates to be opened. Open will allow you to access new areas of the Abbey and its grounds, which are locked by magical means.
Sarah was right to be wary of this place. But it's your birthright, and I think after everything you've been through, you can handle it now. The two of you, as well as your mother, are the last of your kind, the Blood. Your lineage follows an unbroken line to the old gods themselves. And if you call upon them, you might just find they're actually listening. They won't work miracles for you, but their blessings can be quite useful in the right circumstance. Why don't you ask the goddess Ashtor for her aid in dealing with that barrier over there?
By the way, Agatha never changes that pose that she's in, which is very funny. Words of power are magical incantations that can be used on the Abbey grounds. To use a word of power, hold Space Bar. Open.
Blessings of the goddess.
And also there's a little chest over here as well. Just add that to the map. Keep it moving.
After all this time, it's still just as beautiful as the first time I laid eyes on it.
It is really nice.
It's hard to believe Lilith and Caretaker brought this place all the way from Transia. Of course, it was no coincidence that they wound up so close to Salem. This area is particularly attuned to the forces of magic. That's why the Elder God's influence was so prevalent here. And why our sanctuary here has remained all but impregnable over the centuries. And now I'm rambling on like an old sorcerer supreme. Why don't you come see me in the library tomorrow night? Oh, and let's keep this just between the two of us for now. I'm afraid Sarah, Caretaker, isn't ready to see me yet. Good night, Hunter.
Sleeping. Charlie.
Good
Pet
girl,
dog.
Charlie.
Yay, doggy. She's great. I got money. Hell yeah. Room upgrades. Let's go. Fine nightstand, cozy armchair, couch, plush dog bed, mirror, rugs, writing desk, wall frames. Well, gotta buy the fucking plush dog bed. What am I, crazy? Bam! Plush dog bed. Okay, that's enough of that. Can I get anything else? Ooh, I can wear a shirt with a dinosaur on it. Sure. I'll do that. Why not? I am the dinosaur man.
Is this thing on? Hunter, please come to the forge at your earliest convenience.
Sure.
Again, that's Hunter to the forge. Thank you. Strange out.
Thanks, man. WHIH Global News Repost bot. Breaking. Bats local to Dekenia have violently attacked humans, consuming their blood. Authorities have issued an alert encouraging everyone, especially young children, to stay indoors. Does that mean Blade has to hunt these bats? Why would I hunt bats? I think technically they're more vampire-like than bat-like. So he should? No. Yes. Maybe. I'm gonna stop this conversation and go do something useful. Classic. No, I can't do anything like that yet.
Do your thing.
I will, thank you. Let's run around outside a little bit first, shall we? Because we have a new Hoard of Power, which means we might be able to, open some new stuff. Got some oyster mushrooms, reagents used for crafting. Pay our respects to this weird guy. Oh, that's fine. That... okay. So again, I think I talked about this before, but this overworld is not super impressive in terms of like how quality it is, but there's just something about it that is so compelling.
She believes in our purpose.
You know, like the fact that you get to explore this place and there's like mysteries to solve and it's interesting and there's like stuff to pick up and there's lore everywhere. Victims of the Witch Trials, glowing apothecary vessel, a vessel created by witches to honor the innocent. And arcane knowledge rank up. 25% resource bonus from pickups. The hunter has increased their arcane level. Successfully using words of power, exploring the Abbey grounds, and even petting Charlie will grant arcane knowledge, which can increase the hunter's arcane level. At higher arcane levels, they will gain increasingly powerful rewards from the Abbey grounds and arcane chests. I'll pop this open too.
The Goddess of Order approves.
I think that's, where am I? No, that down that way. Alright, let's keep looking around here, shall we? Wolfsbane. Tarot card. Wheel of Fortune. Domino. That makes sense. Let's see, there's a bridge that I can't cross. Some stuff up here. Another tarot card. Death. It's death. Okay. Yeah, that one was probably a little too easy, I'd say. Moon Knight on Mount Lafayette, New Hampshire. Masterwork. Journal page. Wanda's journal. February 2020. I've said I'm sorry so many times today. I think I might as well say it too. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened out there. Agatha and I train at the altar all the time, but something was different. Somehow, this time I lost control. Agatha could have been hurt, and it would have been my fault. Damn, I need to figure this stuff out. Caretaker isn't looking at me the same. Agatha makes it look so easy, and I just make everything harder. We'll find a way to draw the elemental energy back into the altar, and we'll try again. We always do. P.S. Somehow I broke the cauldron, too. I wasn't even in the library today. And another one. Hunter's Journal, July 15th, 1710. My favorite days are those with Agatha. She even talks more than Sarah sometimes, but it doesn't feel like a drawling lecture. She's always smiling, and her face lights up when she tells me about all the plants, trees, and mushrooms that we come across. I never thought I would find myself excited to share the healing properties of moonflowers or dryad saddles. Agatha tells me that one day, knowing these things will come in handy, but for now, it's just fun to learn things. Oh, there's a new haven over here. If I could fucking path around all these things. There we go. The Quiet Forest. It's a forest that's quiet. And such. Alright. Let's go this way. Whispering Wood. Air Rod.
It's one of the elemental rods.
This quartz stone is so light it almost floats. Fluffy white and gray whorls conceal a core of rolling thunderclouds which emit small bursts of light from time to time. I think we picked up the Fire Rod earlier as well. Witch Hazel. We got a cracked wall here that we can't do anything about. Another cracked wall over here that we can't do anything about. And I think that's it for here. Let's head back up. and go talk to Doctor Strange. There is still probably a little bit more to explore, but we got stuff to do.
Feeling good today, girl?
Woof woof. Appa, yip yip. The sunny stream. We can go fishing. Yay. I think there's something over here as well, right? Yeah, so one of the things that's not super great about this is there's not really like good traversal for all of the obstacles that there are, which is a little annoying. I thought there was something over here, but perhaps not. Maybe later. I don't know. Okay, let's stop fucking around. I want to try and get in one more mission before the end of stream tonight. So, I should stop fucking around in that case. Unfortunately, I just love fucking around too much. Hi, Nico.
Hola.
Hello.
Tony Stark used to be the ultra-rich jerk I saw on TV. Now, he's the ultra-rich jerk who eats all the cashews in the bowl.
Fucked up. How would he do that? Hello, Dr. Estranjo.
Hunter, just in time. His royal weirdness and I were deciding what to do with that nasty little Hydra gift box you found.
Ah, yes. The spooky crate?
The very one. Though it is far from any mere container, I assure you. I am detecting powerful emanations from inside. If this is a sign of what Hydra is after, I fear we are all in grave danger.
My offer still stands. I could fly the thing up and nuke it in orbit. Only way to be sure.
Or we could open it, Tony, and perhaps use the mystical energies I sense inside to our advantage.
Yeah, I heard a "we" in there. Green goopy gamma serums are one thing. I'm not opening boxes full of mummy curses.
You don't have to. Hunter, if you'll allow me.
Your second funeral, boss.
Whatever artifact
Here we go.
is inside, if Hydra is now working to acquire mystical antiquities, then our situation is very dire indeed. We need to find a way to gain the upper hand.
And you think you can do it with whatever's in the container?
Tony has one of the greatest scientific minds that I've ever seen. I, of course, have an unparalleled understanding of the mystic arts. I have no doubt that we can find a way to research whatever we find in there and have it work in our favor. I just wonder what it could be.
Something powerful.
The two of you create something powerful. I want to stop Lilith quickly and decisively.
As I said, I'm sure it can help us. I just need to convince Tony to set his ego aside. His discomfort with the esoteric nature of the arcane might be a problem.
But Tony's eccentricities aside, I know you can make this work.
Right now, with the sanctum out of my reach, I'm fighting with one hand tied behind my back. Metaphorically, that is. If I can find items to research, I can give the Midnight Suns every possible advantage over Lilith and her disciples.
Research.
I look forward to seeing what you come up with.
Me too, Hunter. Now,
yeah,
step
okay.
up to the anvil, Hunter. It doesn't bite. Are there any curses I should be aware of?
Studying artifacts unlocks more powerful research projects at the Forge and generates significant resources for use in crafting ability upgrades and crafting. So, let's pop this shit open. I said let's pop this shit open.
Should do it. By the hoary hosts of Hoggoth, I can hardly believe it.
What? Is it worse than you expected?
No, it's totally unexpected. It's the Eternity Dagger. This was in a place of honor in my bedchamber in the Sanctum for years. The Sanctum Sanctorum is no common domicile to be burglared. These barbarians have no idea what they possessed.
Well, perhaps they did. Maybe these artifacts are exactly what Faustus and my mother were after to begin with.
A distressing thought. If they had my dagger, then who knows what others of my priceless possessions have passed through their greedy fingers. The cube of nothingness. The tear of Profia, and most worrisome of all.
Your toothbrush? You, had a little coffee thing going on this morning with your breath?
Oh, Tony.
Sorry. Doc's right, Hunter. I drank 3 glasses of holy water just to walk through the sanctum's front door. This is like a doomsday vault for all sorts of supernatural nastiness. We need to put a lid on this mess. Pronto.
I believe Carol is already working on it.
At last. Now that this artifact has been returned to its proper owner, we shall see if we can make use of the mystic forces contained within.
Okay. Eternity Dagger.
It's not entirely worthless, just not especially valuable either.
Research level increase. Research projects take 1 day to complete, but grant powerful rewards like room upgrades, combat items, and hero outfits. So, supernatural fabrication, item bench craft single-use combat items. Weaving magic and science is fine in theory, but in practice, well, there isn't much practice.
Loitering back there.
How else am I going to steal your secrets if I can't see what you're up to?
Okay, stop talking.
I doubt you'd find anything suitable among my secrets anyway.
Whoa, wait a minute, Can it be? Did you just make a suit joke?
I didn't hurt its feelings, did I?
2 in a row. This is a major breakthrough for you. I'm so proud I could be here for this moment.
Shut up.
I'm glad you're amused.
You guys don't have to keep going. There we go. However, if we work together, Tony and I might be able to fabricate some pretty powerful items to help you in combat. War games. Carol says we need to up our game to meet this new threat. As usual, she's right, but we'll need to do more in combat if we need to do more down here in the Forge. Self-learning AI workstation running endless combat situations might help me make better use of this coil stuff. And the Way of the Fang. As a master of 13 different martial arts and counting, Blade could teach the Midnight Sun's basic technique for knocking enemies back in combat, but even the greatest researchers need the right tools. This is a really fucking good upgrade. But we're gonna go for War Games first because it's very good.
All right, let's get started, Dr. Spooky.
But we also have a Gamma Coil to pop
give me a sec. Okay, what's up?
Pop that shit open.
I feel like I could automate this process and take myself out of the loop here.
New abilities. Fortify. Gain 1 counter and 18 block. Photon Beam. And Savage. If the target has block, plus 38 damage. I am going to take another Photon Beam. Because, see, I have...
Hey, Hunter. Got a sec to spare?
Oh, hey, Robbie. What's good, man? Oh, hang on.
You moving into the Forge, Hunter?
No, not exactly. Hey, man, what's going on?
You've been here more in the past few days than I have since... ever. The Forge is pretty badass. But the creature trapped inside riles up my own inner demon. Speaking of, there's something you should know about me.
You are bonded with a spirit of vengeance?
Damn, you're good. How could you tell?
I saw you using it earlier.
You are not the first spirit of vengeance to join the Midnight Suns. I fought beside another, just a few days... 3 centuries ago.
Oh man, sometimes when I have crap to work through, I like to get my blood pumping. Why don't we hit the yard for a sparring session? I know Sparky's excited to meet you.
Sparky?
That's what I call my spirit of vengeance. His real name is something you'd see written on a symbol, but with like 12 apostrophes. Also, he's not allowed inside after the incident with caretaker Sumerian Sofa.
I look forward to it.
It would be my honor to spar with a spirit of vengeance.
Wow, he's real excited. Never thought he'd get bouncy, but here we are. Okay, let's do this. I'll get Blade to set things up. Won't take a minute.
I will head to the yard. When you and Sparky trade places, what does he look like?
He's the guy with the flaming metal skull and hellfire chains. Kinda hard to miss.
Cool. We have Ghost Rider now. So, fun fact, by the way, technically Robbie, I might be misremembering this, but I'm pretty sure Robbie does not actually have a Spirit of Vengeance. I'm pretty sure it's a guy pretending to be a Spirit of Vengeance, but regardless.
Hunter, ready to get your burn on? I'm talking training with Ghost Rider.
The time for punishment is here.
Oh, I like him already. All right, let's upgrade let's upgrade Photon Beam real quick. Nice increased width, always good to have. Daily sparring.
Like playing with fire.
Every day the hunter can choose a new partner to spar with, resulting in increased friendship and unique rewards. So you get combat bonus for the Ghost Rider and friendship XP. Let's do it.
Maybe you should be the Spirit of Vengeance.
Yeah.
Hunter, report to the war room. We've got a mission.
Oh boy, a mission. Hello.
You called for me, Captain?
Keep telling ya, Carol works too, but yeah, I did. Now that Tony's finally starting to get a handle on his gremlin problem, I've been able to put Central to good use. Got a lead on some particularly gnarly Hydra operations happening in the city. But we need to move fast if we want to intercept them in time.
Then let's get going.
My thoughts exactly. There's just one problem, though. We seem to have lost our gatekeeper, Magic.
Lost?
Well, I updated her on the mission. She said something I can only assume to be a prolific swear word in Russian and disappeared. Literally. And with no magic...
There's no passage to New York, or anywhere for that matter.
Now you see my problem.
I'll find her.
Do not worry, Captain. I will locate and alert her of the team's needs.
There's that can-do, get-it-done, old-timey prophesied savior of humanity attitude I was hoping to see today. Still, you better hurry. Not sure how long Hydra will remain in their current position.
Mission.
Then I shall make haste.
Or maybe not a story mission.
Yes,
if it lets me
you
do
hasten as much as you can,
if
Hunter.
it lets me do like a side thing, maybe I'll do that. But if not, that's okay.
Not much more I can tell you, Hunter. Though I did hear her mutter something about Wanda right before she poofed away. Maybe that helps.
Thanks, Captain. I shall find her.
All right. We got a lot of people to talk to. Oh boy. I want to go... Oh, hang on. Some heroic essence.
It's good to have you around.
Yeah, I know. Hi, Magic. Or Nico.
Do you know where Magic is? We need her.
Let me guess. To open another portal? She's getting a little tired of being the only person here who can do that. Can't say I blame her.
This is serious, Nico. Where is she?
Not sure. But I know she's been looking for Wanda's grimoire, so maybe check in Wanda's room?
Thanks for your help.
Okay. Ileana is in the barracks, I guess? Hey, Blade.
Crazy world you woke up to, Hunter. Hydra running around causing trouble. Apocalypse prophecies. The Bronx.
It is indeed, Daywalker.
And that op against Faustus. The way Captain Marvel just absorbed that bomb. Unbelievable, isn't it?
Something else. Something else.
Yes, she is quite the marvel.
I see what you did there, and you're not wrong. Never met a gal who could throw me into the sun before.
I know, I'm into it.
She is a formidable ally in our struggle against Lilith.
Hell yeah, she is. Smart, quick-witted, fearless. Hell, she even glows.
And do you find all of your allies equally impressive?
Yes. No. Wait. What are you trying to say?
This is hard for you, isn't it, buddy?
You are not used to expressing feelings of affection, are you?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Look, man, we all want to fuck Captain Marvel, okay?
And if I did, this ain't my first rodeo, you know?
Of course it is not. Whatever a rodeo is.
Yeah. Well, now that that's settled, maybe I should go sharpen my stakes or something. And maybe we should keep this,
Yeah, okay. Doopa-doopa-doo. Okay. Yeah, we're definitely not gonna have any more time for missions.
Why, hello, Hunter.
Hello, miss. How are you?
This room belonged to the Scarlet Witch, did it not?
Wanda. It belongs to Wanda. Let me guess. You are to ask me to do the one thing the others value me for. Opening their precious portal. Well, I am in the middle of something. Come back later.
We're gonna have to go about this a little carefully. How do we want to take this exactly? Let's see. Looks like an interesting book.
That is no ordinary book. I can sense it from here.
Nothing in this place is ever ordinary. Especially this. Wanda's first grimoire. Agatha gave it to her when she was teaching her witchcraft, the dark arts. She was trying to help Wanda control her powers. She would never let me read it. So now I read it.
Anything good?
I do not suppose there are any spells in there that will banish Lilith and save the world.
Hard to say. These incantations appear to have been written for Wanda alone.
But would you let Captain Marvel
Maybe
throw
a
you into the
world
sun
without
just to see what
Wanda
would
is
happen?
one we are not meant to save. I know what she's going through. To come face to face with true evil itself. To be dragged to some hell dimension so hot that your soul is scorched black. Your heart so filled with soot that it chokes out all the bright parts of you. Until you are just a dark thing of smoke and ash. I cannot let such a fate happen to her.
Okay, well then open the fucking portal, dog. Come on.
Then put the damn book down and help me get her back.
You are nothing if not direct. Not to mention unrelenting. I can respect that. And perhaps you are not entirely incorrect.
Unfortunately, you do.
Okay.
For magic,
I will open your damn portal.
you do actually have to take some dark
It is
points in
times
order
such
to
as this
get
that I wish
good
someone else here
friendship
could
gains
drill
with her.
holes through space and time. Perhaps Doctor Strange should spend less time tinkering with Tony Stark in the Forge and focus more on his magic. No matter. I will be there when you are ready, Hunter. Goodbye.
Guten bye. And now we have magic unlocked. Hooray! Let's take a look at our new characters, by the way, and then probably that's where we'll end for tonight. Ghosted Rider. Got Lash. We got Lash. As you can see, he takes damage when you do it, but who cares? Create a drop with an increased chance to KO. Hellmouth, we got Drain Soul. We got Hellride, so we can run him over with our car, which is great. Robbie Reyes. While the Spirit of Vengeance has taken on many forms, Robbie Reyes might be the most reluctant of its host. Working as a mechanic in Los Angeles, Robbie made the mistake of street racing in the possessed muscle car known as the Hellride. When things went south and Robbie was killed by a local gang, the Spirit of Vengeance brought him back by transforming him into Ghost Rider. Customization. That's a pretty cool looking one, and normal Ghost Rider. Unfortunately, Robbie Reyes Ghost Rider is the best looking Ghost Rider, so we'll be sticking with this one. Majik. Profile. Mutant Ileana Rasputin was born in Siberia, where at a young age she was tricked by the demon Mephisto and led into the otherworldly realm of Limbo. It was here that Ileana first learned to wield her mutant powers, the ability to open portals, allowing for interdimensional travel across space and time. Let's see, we've got Quick Soul Slash, Soul Blast, Limbo Portal, and Gather. We'll get to mess around with her a little bit more later. So, let's see. Got New Mutants, which is basically just the same outfit as she's wearing currently, but without her funny little wings and her cool jacket. And she's wearing pants instead of this. And then Phoenix 5, which is, I don't think, actually really what she looked like in the Phoenix 5. I don't like this hat, though. Not my favorite thing. So, yeah.
Well met.
Well met. All right. Well, we'll keep going until we unlock the main mission, and then we'll save and quit. Got her.
I take it you found our gatekeeper. Then let me explain what's going on. When Hydra isn't preoccupied with world-ending scenarios, they spend a lot of their free time terrorizing the citizens of New York through various low-level operations. It's fairly routine stuff for heroes these days, and worst case, we'll still get some fresh intel in the process. Why don't you check the mirror table and see what we've got on our plate?
Alright, so let's double check and make sure that I know what I'm doing here. Yeah, so stop Hydra helicopter. This is basically a, you can do like random missions. But we will do that when we return to this game in the future. So, I'm gonna make a save. Hell yeah, streaming. That's right. Alright. Well, folks, that's gonna be the end for me today. Hopefully, this was entertaining. I would like to once again apologize for the lack of streams lately, but, you know, things have been happening. Things have been thinging. And just to bring people up to speed if they were not here at the start of the stream, the reason why I will be putting Valkyria Chronicles on hold for a bit is because I have a problem with performance anxiety, and I found myself hitting like an invisible mental barrier anytime I wanted to return to the game. So the only really way that I could get around that was to just put it aside for the time being and promise to come back to it. So that's kind of why we're not doing that anymore. This game is much easier for me to play. It's a game that I know pretty well. I know what I'm doing in it, and I feel like I don't think I'm going to run into that same problem with this. But until next time, folks, thank you guys very much for joining me, and I suppose I will see you all next time.